Oh Lord, I was sorry, I was muted. Sorry. Anyway, took me a minute. My intro is loaded, but it keeps skipping back to my YouTube. So I don't know why it's doing that. So I'm gonna delete it off my StreamYard and reload it and see what happens after. But sorry, I didn't even know I was muted. The dog was barking, and that's why I muted in the first place. But I hope everybody's doing good on this Monday. And let's get into the intro and come back because I got some shit to show you. The lies, and OMG more lies. In the valley, home in the city, home isn't pretty, ain't no home for me. Home in the darkness, home on the highway, home isn't my way, home I'll never be. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Time is the essence. Time is the season. Time ain't no reason. Got no time to show. Time everlasting. Time to play these sides. Time ain't on my side. Time will never know. Burn out the day. Burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and lives that were blue. But I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Alrighty, that's about the end of that. Just give me 1 second here. I want to finish typing up what I'm typing up. And I'm going to put it in chat. I meant to put it in my thumbnail, and I think I'm going to edit it after in my description. let's get these hashtags trending. There we go. I stand with Clue. I stand with Rain. Let me say hey. I hope some more misfits make it in. Thank you guys for being here. Hey, Catherine X. Hey, Step Not That Step, don't side eye me. Hey, Teresa, good to see you. Hey, Freddie. Hey, Emma. Nice to see you. I wanted to do this early and get it, get it out, do it. And I had it set up, but, things happen. And I, unfortunately, and I felt bad because it was only like a couple, 5, 10 minutes before my live. But, I got some things that have to come first. So thank you for understanding. Hey, Toe Beans. Hey, Coca-Cola. So Brittany was live today. Already did one. I'm sure she'll do another one or two. She did two last night. Yeah. And look, let's make it clear. I reviewed Laura. That doesn't mean I agreed with her. I even said that I thought the S was different and the writing. I didn't think it was the same. I also said that I had a written test like that before, and also, you know, one done at home. Um, I don't give two shits, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what we think or say. It's up to her and her family to take care of and deal with whatever issue there may be going on. I also do know that it's not hard to pass a UA, a basic 10 panel screen. Um, also, just because the state is contracted with one place doesn't mean they won't use another. And I did look that up after the live, since that's what Laura was saying. Also, I don't. What's it matter? She lies about so much. What's it matter? The issue is that is not falling asleep because you're exhausted. I don't give a shit what you say. I don't know why it's happening, but it's not because you're exhausted. That's not falling asleep. There's a difference. Do you? That, like I said, that's up to you and yours to take care of and deal with. All she's done is okay. She says she owns everybody. I can make them do whatever I want. Who's the one doing exactly what you claim they want you to do? You. Who's the one being controlled? You. Because you're allowing it, not because they're actually doing it, because you're allowing it in your own head. Why? Why would you keep putting all this out there? Why would you call them? Why? When you know it's not going to matter because there's so many ways around a UA, it's pathetic. But anyway, and it maybe I don't know. I don't care. All I do know is what I see, and there's an issue. It is an issue, and it's not from being dog tired. Because, bitch, let me tell you about being dog tired. I'll trade you. Yeah, she is delusional. Very delusional. So, you can go, BJ, you can go ahead and hide these lives. Not only did I screen record, but I downloaded just to have a backup, because, things happen. Um, I think we'll start with today's. I don't know if you guys have seen today's. I popped into Jay's for a little bit, um, and I popped into Trisha's for a little bit, and then I said I had to go because something came up I had to take care of. um, with my little. So, and that will always come first. No, no shade to no one, but that will always come first. He's having a tough time. She calls this the truth while she's lying, telling the truth. And BJ, this I don't know what kind of attorney you have. Never said you didn't have an attorney either. I've always said two things. You're doing C&Ds and you're going to go to YouTube with the C&Ds trying to get people's channels taken down. I've said that from the get-go. However, I want to know why those several days that you took private donations for your lawyer fund because you were scared to put out a GoFundMe or anything. And then, you copied Granny and did a Gives and Goes. But that was 2-3 days later. What happened to all those donations? Because I remember reviewing you when that was going on. And then I remember reviewing you right after that when you did start the fundraiser. And you said those didn't count. Why? They were given to you as donations for the legal fund. Why didn't they go towards that? Hmm. And I know you got quite a few because I reviewed it. It's still on my channel. And I think it's something that some forget about when they talk about, oh, well, you only raised 8,000. Oh, no, you didn't. You raised a lot more than that. And you know it. You know it. And the screenshots show it. You were getting donations for your so called legal fund several days before you put the Gives and Go out. Remember, you were afraid. You were scared because all the stuff people do. Not nothing you do, of course, because, we know you don't do anything. But yeah, so I have a question. Why is that money not counted towards the money you have collected for this legal fund, which would make it well over $8,000, wouldn't it? And this attorney is charging you $8,000, or you said 10, to send out a couple useless C&Ds and to send copies of the C&Ds with, I guess, some type of demand letter that YouTube step up and do something. Um, honey, oof. And then you're saying that everybody who got them, they were signed for. Clue showed proof. And it even said signature not required. But Clue actually showed proof that she didn't sign for shit. Queen said she didn't get any. I haven't seen her today, so I don't know. But I know as of the other night, she said she hadn't. And why wouldn't we believe her? Why would we believe you over her? Are you kidding? We know Granny got hers, but so you can't even get those straight. And then putting, I was reading the things you put in the C&Ds. What the fuck are you talking about? Can you prove any of that? Because none of that was on Clue. None of it. I don't know what the hell you're trying to do. I don't know if this lawyer's going by what you're saying and not doing their own due diligence and checking it out. But, or if he's going by edited clips you sent, I don't know. But, girl, good luck proving any of that because you're not going to be able to because it didn't happen. Now, I only heard about 10 minutes of it, but I've already looked at them. I was doing something. I was tight, I was dealing with something. But I'll go back and listen later. Hey, Miss Brittany. Good to see you, Toe Beans, Cherry P. Yeah, it is bad. And mods? You put your mods in there? Shit. Okay. Okay. Do you, boo? All right. This is from today. Let me start it because I don't know how much of this I'm gonna actually play. Well, yeah, I do. I'm gonna play some of her other lives, but I'm not gonna take that long today because yeah, got real life stuff. Anyway.
I falsified
Now
uh
she's not gonna do the back and forth with anybody. Does she not always say that? But what does Brittany do? Not only the back and forth, but she's usually the pot stirrer. She's not doing the back and forth with Laura, but every day she's talking about Laura now. She needs someone else to do the back and forth with to keep the drama going because let's face it, that's her bread and butter. I mean, it is what it is. Okay, this is her proving Laura all wrong and everybody else is lying.
but as of today, we're about to
Anyway,
keep it moving. Um you know what? Fuck it. I will be showing
such a good
the
Christian.
final copy of my test results when I get
Mhm.
them from the caseworker.
Okay,
That
don't
will be
care.
one day this week. I don't want to put a date on it because I'm not 100% on which day, but that will be coming down the pike. But as of today, we're about to put this to rest
Thank you, Emma.
so that people can just stop already and do something beneficial with your time. I don't know. Listen, I'm no liar. I'm not over here gaslighting my community. I'm not over here telling people things are one way and they're another. I'm not over here faking documents. I would never. I don't have that in me. I don't care. Music Tourette's. I don't care what Laura says. It's not that I care about her at all, babe. My issue is,
Then how
like I
come
said,
every day you're going live and talking about her? You don't care about it. You don't care about what she says. You don't care about her. But here you are yet again talking about her. Why can't you just ignore? I mean, everybody does. I mean, uh, uh, hey, B Tim, I don't understand. Did Laura make some valid points? Yes. But was Laura actual 100% right? No. Whoever said she was. You know what I mean? Um, I questioned everything they said. And I thought the writing was different. But, just me. But two things can be true at the same time. She said yesterday and then last week she had them. And Moon supposedly showed them already yet again. She says she don't have them yet. Yeah, because she's talking about, and we're going to get to that because I have a question about what she's going to say. Do I think BJ actually went and took a drug screen? I told you guys I did. Do I think it's only because it was ordered by CPS? I told you I did. Hey Darby, I don't care what the results say because I know the system. I know how it works. I also, I gotta be careful here. Um, Never mind, because I don't want to divulge too much information about. Well, you wouldn't know who the people are anyway, because you wouldn't know them by name, and you don't know any of the people I dealt with over the years. But I've seen enough to know. Okay, we'll leave it at that.
I have subscribers, people who have supported me for a very long time, reaching out to me.
And come on, she It never crossed her mind that with all these calls to CPS and the claims being made, never crossed her mind that she'd be tested. I call bullshit. Bullshit. She knew it was coming. I'm sure they discussed with her about any kind of substances or anything, or any medications that are prescribed by a doctor. They discussed all that. She's not stupid. How many days was from the visit to the testing day? That can matter too. Like I said, I don't get it. Whatever the issue is, it's for her and her family to deal with. All I know is it's an issue and they need to deal with whatever the hell is going on. Hey, Sheila. I messaged you back on Twitter. I'm going to give you a call this evening. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Kat.
Telling me
What happened, Tammy? I missed something.
they don't know what to believe because you got
Good evening, Kathy, and all the beautiful people. Great news. It's a girl. You're a great grandma. She was born yesterday. Oh, that is fabulous. Congratulations, great grandma. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, I love a baby. I just love a baby. You got that right, Catherine X. Actually, she has her own self to blame, too.
these idiots going live every night drilling it in people's heads that they're medical experts, or that UA's a nurse and they have all this experience and they know for a fact what I'm, you know what I mean, like what I presented and what I've
Well,
said is
that's true. Laura did state it like that. That she knows for a fact with 100%. Don't put me in that group. I never said that. I said there's an issue. I said that's not falling asleep because you're exhausted, tired. No, it's not. I don't believe that. Sorry. I don't know what the issue is. I've said that. I said it's up to you and your family to take care of it. Quit lumping everybody together. Number one. Number two, I don't understand your reasoning for the C&Ds that you did send out, because we only know for sure that two have been sent out. We can't go by what you say. And it just doesn't make no sense why you left certain people out. Is it because you're afraid of them or afraid that they'll fight you back? I can't believe that, because you know damn well who's going to stand up. You knew that. If you didn't, you dumber, and I think you are. But it would definitely make you look like you're going after Granny. It's all retaliatory. Like you're the one who's won't let her alone. You see how that makes you look? Because it is what it is. You don't just look that way. That's exactly what you're doing. It's a personal vendetta. You don't really care. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'm going to play the video for 1 second.
not true. So, okay, like I said, when you are telling the truth, you don't have to go out of your way to try to, uh make people believe you. You don't have to uh fabricate anything. Nor would I. That's a professional document. That's a medical record of sorts. I would never. That's a criminal charge. That's against the law. That's forgery.
Okay, sorry, I was muted. There's somebody working on something here for me. Um, I have a question. I like I said, collection sites are different. The labs were the places where you go to take your screen. Or some of them still use the archaical paperwork. Like I said, I had one that was the paper handwritten, and then after that, it was all on their little laptop or iPad. Um, but I had some questions. I never thought the handwriting was the same. I even said I called out the S's and stuff being different. Don't care about that anyway. Um, Laura was having her fun. Let her have her fun. I just was reviewing her. Did I take two stalks into what she said? Hell no. Though she did make some valid points. Um, there was just a couple questions I have. That's all. Um, we'll get into that.
That would mean that I forged a nurse's signature. That would mean that I committed
I don't
fraud.
understand how they gave you the rapid results. That should have because the test before CPS got any test results, even though it's a preliminary, it's still a test result. That confuses me, but okay.
I falsified documents that are,
Hey, J Fox.
uh,
Hey, Tracy.
I don't even know how you would say that, but like I falsified medical documents. You just don't do that. Because I've already explained that, sweet sativa.
Let's
I've
get
explained.
them hashtags. I stand with. You can put I stand with Clue or I stand with Cluminati, and I hashtag I stand with GW. Let's get them hashtags going.
It. I'm not sure if you listen. I got to tell
And
you,
heck,
like I'm
let's do one with Queen too, because according to Brittany, which I don't believe, um, at least not as of the last time Queen was live, um, Queen would. Why would she hide it? She would never. She would just say, "Yeah, bitch, send me one." Now, maybe she wanted to confirm with her attorney before she should say anything. Smart move, in my opinion, and that could be. But by now, yeah, if she got it, she'd have told you. So
I'm so disappointed. Like I never in a million years thought that you would talk about my kids or go to the other
and like I
side
said, unless
ever.
she was waiting to talk to her attorney, which would make sense. Honestly, it would make a lot of sense. I would talk to my attorney too first if I was her. So I don't. Brittany's trying to say she's lying, and I don't agree with that. But whatever. Hey, Purple Dragon, good to see you.
Ever. I mean, not in a million years did I think Sweet Sativa would do that, but it's fine. Angel of Light, thank you so much for the $5. She says, "Do it, lady." Thank
Oh, and by the way, you know how she's been whining and crying. Well, I've lost so much. I've lost subs. I'm losing financial support. I've lost so much because of all this hate and these haters. Bitch, quit lying. You've been doing better than ever. And today's going to show it yet again. And there's many, many videos on my channel that will show, and on other channels that will show. That's a lie. But okay.
you, sweetheart. Daisy Love, I said Daisy Love, Daisy Duke.
But again, where's the rest of the money you raised for legal fees? Purple Dragon. Oh, thank you for hashtagging them. Thank you. And thank you for the cash or oh my God, the $10 super chat. Thank you. I forgot to do a goal again. See, I can't never remember to do them dang things. Thank you very much, Purple. Okay. But I do want to know since, you call everybody else scamming when there's plenty of proof there's tons of money being spent on that lawyer. I mean, look at all the court dates and filings and emails and crap he's had to put up with from Bullscorn. Um, how come yours is not being tallied up? Because for 2-3 days, you were collected on your Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and even Super Chats for donations for the attorney because you were scared to put out a fundraiser. And then, of course, you had to use the same one. But Granny's the one that's obsessed by what you say. You're the one that can't let her alone and copy everything. Okay. I don't think a court of law is going to see it the way you do because Granny's done nothing. You continue filing frivolous legal action. You can't stop. You won't. You are so obsessed with her. It's creepy. But like I said, you got a good chunk. Why has that not been? I know you said that it didn't matter, that, those didn't matter, but they do because they were for your legal fund. You were asking for money for your attorney and claiming you were scared to share a GoFundMe or a fundraiser link. GoFundMe, Gives and Goes, whatever. And then, 3 days, 4 days later, you shared the Gives and Goes. Wonder where you got all that from. Huh. Anyway. Hey, Connie. We'll see.
Thank you so much, sweetheart, for the $2. She says, do it, lady. Oh, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. And Sweet
You
Sativa.
pressed.
Let me explain it to you, okay? When you go to the occupation...
Why are you after Sweet Sativa? I've noticed you've been a little upset with Sweet Sativa lately. Is it because Sweet Sativa's asking legit questions? And you don't like that. You're the one that puts too much out here. And you're the one you claim you can make them, you won't say who, you say you can make them do anything. Girl, you're the one doing it. They laughing, whoever they is. But you're the one doing all this, making these phone calls, showing these results. You are the one doing the thing. Just saying.
Help to do a drug test. You have two options. You have rapid, which is the option where you have instant results as soon as they run the screening. And then you have the extensive test, which is lab. They send it off to a lab, okay? So I got my rapid results back.
Okay, but see, that doesn't make any sense to me because even when because it was an emergency, there were very limited time because it was an emergency placement. So they needed to do the talk screen. I didn't get my rapid result sheet like that. Neither did my husband. Because CPS is the one who orders the drug screen. That's who would get the results. I didn't get a page with my results on them, even for the rapid test. I seen the page like that, but I don't know. It could be different there, It could be, labs, these little collection sites. Everybody has their own way of doing things. Some use antiquated forms, and like I said, after that, there was no more paper forms. I'm sure they still did paper file, but when they did it, which was one other time for an emergency, they used their little tablets, little laptops they carried around, just like when they would do pop-up visits or had to do a visit with, the children and check my, because you have to do medication forms, you have to do visitation forms, activity forms, if they get a boo-boo form, and, to check everything, make sure everything's being done that should be done. They would just enter information on their little laptops, or they had these little mini laptops, or some of them had iPads. But I don't know. But I get tested every month, and I never see my form. I don't ask to see it either because I don't care. I know. I don't never worry. I don't have anything to worry about. So I don't sweat it like she does. But I know she said that she gets tested regularly because she goes to a paint clinic. You only get tested if you're taking a controlled substance that requires a urine test. Other than that, you're not going to get tested every month unless you've tested dirty and it's not stuff that the doctors prescribe for you and they're checking to make sure you're staying clean. That's another possibility. But I don't know what her issue is. Don't She's the one who's being made to do things. And not because they're making her do it. It's because this is how she's choosing to respond to keep the drama going. She's got a whole new drama avenue here with Laura.
Get the lab results back
Hey,
because that
Monkey
took time to
Mar,
come
it's good
back.
to see you.
They do two
I'm
different
trying.
types of drug tests, and I had both of them done. And you guys are going to hear that. Talk
It's
about your
not technically two different types. It's just the lab will confirm the rapid test results. And sometimes, well, a lot of times they'll want percentages. But it's really just given the concrete proof of the rapid result. And yes, surprisingly, some things will, it's a very uh, minuscule amount, a trace. It may not show up on a rapid, but it will show up when the lab itself analyzes. That's it. It's still
kids. Your parenting or lack of isn't your kids. No, it's not on me. So here's the beautiful thing about the
not.
truth.
I mean, I've never asked my doctor, and I've been seeing him for 17 years, almost 18 years. I've never asked him, but I would assume that if I didn't pass it, I'm sure he'd let me know. Because I've heard him. I've heard it. You know how when you're in the exam room, they talk loud. You can overhear some things. I heard him fire a patient, and he was not nice about it either. He was livid. But anyway,
You fucking straight up defamed me. How dare you say that my children are raising themselves? Where's the proof? Where's your evidence that my kids raise themselves? Show me where you see what I do every single day, sweet sativa. Show me where you watch if I get my kids up for school every morning, if I take them to the doctor, if I take them to their eye appointments, if I take
Brittany, quit responding to all the crap. Do yourself a favor. Do your family a favor. I know it's hard to ignore. But girl, even your boyfriend, your partner has been trying to tell you, stop responding to everything. It don't matter. You yourself know what you're doing. Your family knows what you're doing. That's all that matters. But you got to understand something. It's what you're putting out here as your content that people are watching you do on a very public platform as to why the responses are the way they are and to things you have done to other people that you deny, deny, deny. You lie and you get caught lying. That's a proven fact. But I got a question for y'all. Now just hear me out. And it's just a question, but I got a question for y'all. What if, just what humongously big if, we are all wrong about 90% of it, like she says? What if it's all being misunderstood, so to speak? And I'm not talking about the urine screen because I don't give two shits about that. The issue is she's nodding out, and whatever the cause is, she needs to take care of it because it's an issue. It's a clear issue. Anyway, moving on from that. What if she really, now that means that watching her lives and hearing the words come out of her mouth, we really didn't hear. That would mean that we're making it all up and twisting everything up. I would have to unplug and leave YouTube because that would mean to me, mm-mm, nope. Hey, CJK. I know what I've heard come out of her mouth. Do I believe all the stuff that's all the ex mods and ex members and ex subscribers have said? No, of course not. Do I believe Mallory? Absolutely. Yeah, I do. I believe Mallory. Do I think Mallory was totally innocent in all this? No. She was looking people up and digging up people's information according to them. Um, but I don't think she lied about anything with Brittany, and I don't think she would. And she's not. Brittany accuses her too of constantly going at her and talking about her, and I don't think that's the case either. I think Mallory's pretty much moved on. She just gets fed up after a certain point of hearing the bullshit come out of Brittany's mouth. Um, do I think some of the other ex mods have told some truths? Yes. So there's just that's why I said it was a huge what if. She says, what if we're all wrong? How could that be possible? When we heard the words come out of her own mouth, we've seen screenshots, we've seen proof, we've heard from others with receipts. I don't know. But sadly, there's people in her chat that are going along. And they're, hey, pretty little lights, good to see you. And really think that we've made it all up and we've twisted and turned everything. And I have sat back and I said, what if? That's a humongous what if. But what if somewhere down the line that did happen? And I started looking at some clips and I'm like, no. That's no. It's word for word to come out of her mouth. It's her own actions on here.
Them to their dentist. Show me where I don't go buy their school clothes and their shoes every couple of months. Show me where I don't.
Who said you didn't do this stuff? I've never heard anybody say you don't go buy them school clothes and their shoes and blah, blah. I've never even heard anybody talk about it. I know you grip for it, but I haven't heard anybody saying you don't do it or you do it. I've never heard anybody but you bring it up.
Will sit down and do their homework with them every night. Show me where I don't cook their dinner and get them breakfast in the morning time before school starts. Show me where I'm not up in the middle of the night with my kid when he's either one of them when they're sick at night. Show me where I'm not spending time with them, asking them every single day how their day went and hearing about who their friends are, what they're doing, what they're interested in, what kind of games they like to play. Show me where I don't sit down beside my son and do our prayers every single night before we go to sleep. Don't try me. You cannot judge my life when you see a small, little, tiny fucking portion.
My kids it's not a small, little, tiny portion, BJ. You spend a lot of time live. You are live all night long. Are you kidding me? You put out all this stuff. It's not a tiny portion. It's what we see and hear.
Are not up all night. And even
yeah, BJ, that's a lie.
If they were, that doesn't make me a bad parent. And it certainly doesn't make me not raise my kids. Try again.
Now, one time I wish
you got kids?
And give us small channels a chance.
Do you have kids? You don't know. I'm not on the phone with my mods 8 hours a day. And sweet sativa, when you're on the phone, can you not do stuff at the same time? Do you really think that I'm on the phone 8 hours a day with somebody, with anybody? You're out of your mind. You're fucking out of your mind. Congratulations, you're a lemming. You've
Hello.
taken what people have told you and you ran with it. Unbelievable. What a disappointment. I thought you were better than that. I
uh,
really thought you were better. I really thought you were better.
you're convinced she's not playing with a full deck?
Man.
Me too.
Thank you, Kathy PV, for becoming a member. Give
I
me
was
one
gonna say it
second,
wasn't
y'all.
me. Congratulations. uh, oh, she paused. Okay.
Better than that. And so did the 200 mods who left you. 200, 200 mods, sweet sativa. 200 mods. Oh my God. Do you believe yourself? Like, do you really, like, do you hear yourself? Thought I was better
You
than
know what
what,
I
sweet?
realized today? I don't have any paper checks. I haven't used a paper check in a couple years. I haven't ordered any. I needed to pay something, and it was somebody who didn't take PayPal or anything, or credit cards or anything. And I don't carry tons of cash on me. Rarely do I have any cash on me. I use cards for everything. And I realized today I haven't ordered paper checks in a couple years. I was sorry, I just got sidetracked. Anyway.
Sativa. So you left because my kids were up all night? That's your fucking problem? My kids were up all night? Girl. Oh my God, what a disappointment. What a
Brittany, why are you so mad that she's telling the truth? We've heard them time and time again. Stop it.
disappointment.
Ugh.
Don't let the good Lord hit you
They don't do it
where
either.
he's put
Darby,
you, honey, is all.
I couldn't even tell you the last time I wrote a check. Oh, yes, I can. My husband did. And it was like 8 months ago to the mortgage for avoided so they could just do direct withdrawal. Yeah, and I guess that must have been the last check in the checkbook. I haven't ordered checks in a couple of years. But I'm going to, I guess I need to have some just in case. Yeah, I guess you never know. Not very responsible, was it? We should have ATMs on the corners in all of our neighborhoods. Yeah, no, that was no kidding.
I can say. And 200 mods, that's fucking hilarious. That's really funny. Excuse my French. I wanted to. You know what? No, I'm not going to let these people make me a worse than who I really am, because you know what? They've done enough already with perverting the truth and turning me into something that I'm not. It's absolutely crazy. It's
No,
absolutely
no, though. No one's turning you into anything. You're doing that all by yourself. Oh, you got Craigie boy, old bright boy there in the background helping.
crazy. This
You
version
do checks?
that these people have presented.
I'm gonna go and see if I can. I don't need many. I know we used to get a whole box when we used to order. I don't need hundreds of them because everything I do auto pay or use the card. So yeah, but just to have a book of them, I think I can do that online. I don't even have to go over.
Right, Boston. Are you kidding me? The cat, it, like, even if we said we talk like 8 hours a day, it's an exaggeration. It's a hyperbole. We're not dead ass
Oh, she
serious.
got a new word. She's using a new big word, everybody, hyperbole. Well, she was studying that one.
that we're on the phone 8 hours a day.
No,
Nobody
you
can be
said 6. You have multiple mod chats going on Messenger or in Discord. And you yourself have said for 6 hours. Those were your own words, Brittany.
on the phone 8 hours a day. We have lives. But the times that we do get on call,
You sure about that? Because I'm going to clip it because I know it was one of the lives I reviewed. I'm going to clip it and put it out there. You said at least 6 hours. But whatever, I don't care. It's the way you lie and you turn things to try to make it look like everybody else is lying.
can you not? I wash dishes, I cook.
She's burning it
Mods,
down. Yep.
what kind of things do y'all do when we do phone calls? I get all kind of stuff done when I'm on the phone call. It's called speakerphone, right? Or you got headphones or earbuds. I do all kind of stuff when I'm on the phone. Do you think I have to just sit there?
Okay, but why are you explaining this in such great detail? It's none of no one's business. And who cares? This is what I mean. You overshare. You talk so much, you end up telling on yourself. You do it all the time.
This isn't the 90s. This isn't the 80s. We're not constricted, restricted to a corded line that's on the wall. Like, we don't have to just stand there. Britt, they don't understand those big. It's crazy. It's crazy, Kathy.
Oh, she's hiding.
Boston says all this shit, and
That
Kathy,
sounds like something my dog and cat would both do.
thank you for becoming a member,
They're no
sweetheart. I
dummies.
appreciate it. Your picture is beautiful.
My dog is so sad. Oh, it breaks my heart. I mean, you just look at him, he just always looks so sad. And I'm doing everything I can do. But, oh.
Boston says all of this shit is ridiculous. So all of us mods just sit on the phone. So let's think about this. Just because someone said it, don't make it true.
No,
1,000%. So
you
all
are,
right, and yeah,
are you really sure about that? Been saying that for a long time. You finally getting it? No, you're just using all these words.
I can't. I'm not even mad at Sweet Sativa. I'm hurt because when somebody told me that she went over there and she was saying, hateful things about me, I was like, not Sweet Sativa. She didn't do that. Like,
that wasn't hateful.
There's no way that
true.
somebody cloned her. Like, I really believe somebody cloned her. I couldn't. It is what it is, though. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to get hung up on it.
Okay, so
Deanna D, I wanted to.
Because she was. Oh, never mind. I'm not even going to bother.
Thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you for joining the Gummy Squad. Amanda Oliver says, "Shut the door behind you, sweet." Right. Regina Romo, good to see you. Natalie from California. Hey, beautiful. Those clips. Living in this other person coming at me about what I do with my time.
Now look at Narcos clips, and Brittany pins this because she's upset that Sweet Sativa questioned about her family members being in the background all hours of the night, which we all know is true. Of course, Narco clips got to go in there and say something. Sweet Sativa, have you bathed yet? You have been living on this platform for hours, just saying. Narcos, you got some freaking nerve. This bitch be on here every day, every night. Are you kidding me?
But Narco says she's been here for hours and hours. Kathy V, Tam here. Boston, Music Tourette's, Daisy Do, shit are talking about you and then coming here acting like No, I need to know that. I need to know that. If somebody's, playing me to my face, I need to know that. Hey, Moon, welcome to the Gummy Squad. Boodlebug, Angel of Light, Boston, Reality Wins, Gigi Dilligaff, PJ. Okay, so is there anybody that's out of the loop? I'm just gonna get straight to it.
Hmm.
Last night, Laura made this in. I'm gonna read it again for those of you that might have missed it.
Oh,
Bear
here we
with me.
go.
We're gonna break this down, and I'm about to have to turn my fan off, y'all. It's cold. Like I said, this is not going to be terribly long. I got to get one kid at
Why would you turning off your fan affect your chat?
2:30, and then another one an hour later. I am going to be looking more into the Celeste case tonight. Back to my true crime. There's also a couple other things that we got to cover.
Don't do that. Leave these cases alone. It's gross the way you cover true crime. Sorry, in my opinion, it's gross.
I'm gonna have a discussion with you guys about that too, because I know that there's some people feeling some type of way, and I understand. I hear you. I see you. I feel you. And yeah, it's definitely something I got to work on trying to make better. And I will, and I am. I'm all about accountability for myself, and responding to criticism that actually is coming from a good place. Okay. But if you come in here and you tell me every 5 seconds, Brittany, how dare you say that about a person? Brittany, how dare you laugh when you're covering a case? Brittany, what do you think you're doing? Brittany, why did you say that about her? You know how that makes you feel. No, I'm not going to sit there and be critiqued by somebody and told what to do every 5 seconds. Would any of you be okay with that? Would any of you be okay with someone and with a person that they're in every single chat you go in, and then they come to yours, and every time you say something, they freaking critique you and tell you that you don't need to say that, or that you're wrong for that, or you shouldn't have never done that, or how dare you say that, or how dare you talk about that person? You shouldn't have called her that. Are y'all cool with that? Anybody else gonna let somebody just sit there and critique and tell them what they should and should not say, what they can and cannot talk about?
What? Who does that?
What topics they should cover, how they should cover the topic, when they should and should not laugh. What I mean, how long would it take for you to get tired of that? Thank you guys
for coming in.
I understand some people are angry at me popping off at Lindsay, and I'm just going to say this one more time. Every single time I would go into a chat with Lindsay, or Lindsay would come into my chat, she would bite my head off about something that I said, or a comment I made.
Asking you for clarification or asking you something is not biting your head off, Brittany.
Something I laughed about, the way that I covered something. I'm sorry. No, I don't need somebody to reign over me like that and tell me what to do. Right, Moon. Good Lord.
Exactly, Jinx.
They believe her boys are up all night. They are so wrong. They are sleeping and wake. My kids are, especially like on the school nights, my kids are in bed. My kids are in bed. Like y'all.
Oh, lies. My God, more lies. But anyway, whatever she's saying here.
And if by some chance you do hear one of them, does your kids not wake up in the night?
Mm-hmm.
Does your kids not wake up in the middle of the night ever?
They didn't till recently, but yeah, rarely. But recently, yeah, but they're not up playing video games in the same room I'm going live, talking shit about people. They're not wrapped up in my YouTube drama. And I've never put them on the platform to question them. Just saying, but that's just me.
Because mine do. They got to go pee. They come in and tell me they're nightlight went out. They come in and tell me that it's hot. Do your kids not wake up in the middle of the night
They're gonna
and need you for something?
because how often does the nightlight go out, and how does that wake them up?
I'm sorry, mine have always been that way. And I've always made it clear that Neil he has insomnia. It has been a problem for him since birth. I thought something was wrong with him when he was an infant because he never slept. I have told people this until I cannot preach anymore. One of my children, Neil, has insomnia. We have sought medical help for that. He is doing better.
You're oversharing, and you're putting all this shit out here. Bottom line is, they are up a good bit of the time, Brittany. We've heard them. And yes, even on school nights. I'm not trying to go real life. I'm not trying to go after your family. I'm telling you that this is what I've witnessed you doing. I've heard you even get them out of bed to bring them on to ask them questions. It is what it is. Jinx again.
He is sleeping better. But there is going to be times where you hear him. Get over.
And that's a perfect example of what I'm saying. Maybe if you didn't stream every night, all night long, you might see that you might be and whatever.
They're sleeping at night. They go to bed at 9:30 every night on a school night. If you hear them up at 1 o'clock in the morning on a weekend, get over it.
Oh, honey, it's not just the weekends.
Boston says, my kid used to wake up at midnight. I'm hungry all the damn time. And guess what? My kids are perfect, doing all the things. Right, exactly. We all gonna do it, lady. Stand. Oh, thank you, Angel of Light. Right. It is very common in autistic people who are on the spectrum. Many suffer from insomnia. My son used to sleepwalk, and I stayed exhausted. Solo rider. Yes, I was a sleepwalker. When I grew out of it, thank God. But I was a sleepwalker, and I mean, hell. The last time I was sleepwalking was when me and Craig first got together. I scared the shit out of him. I woke up in the middle of the night and started folding clothes in the dark. I was standing there folding clothes in the dark asleep, y'all.
Yeah, okay.
And it scared. He was like, he woke up and he screamed because all he seen was like this shadow. So it's crazy. It is scary. It is scary, Boston. What's really scary is when somebody wakes you up, right? And like you're like, damn, how did I get in the kitchen? How did I get here?
This is so bullshit. Whatever.
You can tell the family is very dependent on. Oh my God, Moon, girl.
That's your fault.
I got sick and had to go in the hospital for 3 days, and I thought they were going to die. Like Craig said.
I'll tell you what, I love my husband, and we work together as a team. But there is no way on this earth, if he knew that I was live, that he would call me or text me on his phone from a different room to tell me to bring him some antacids because he has heartburn. Come on now. I get with, taking care of things and, being supportive of your partner, but come on now, really?
You can't get sick. The house just completely collapsed.
She's making up for December.
And I'm not just saying that. I'm not building myself up. I'm not saying that I'm, anything special, but yes, my family is very dependent on me. I pretty much, I do it all. If my kids get sick, I take them to the doctor. If they have an appointment, I'm there 100%. If we have a school meeting, I have an IEP meeting this week. Don't tell me that I'm
That's
not.
what I mean. This is, why are you even putting this stuff out here? Why? Because you want drama to continue. And maybe you're trying to talk to yourself, but appointments and stuff like that aren't every day, all day long. Brittany, we know how much you sleep during the day. We all heard it. Damn, you're up all night. Of course
A
you're
decent
sleeping.
mom. You can say anything about me you want, but a bad mama is not one of them. I'm sorry. You can, but you know what? I don't even care. I don't care what people.
Yes, you do care. That's why you're sitting here over explaining and oversharing and sounding like an idiot.
I don't care that they think I'm a bad mama. As long as my kids are happy and they know, and God knows that I'm doing the best I can, that's all that I care about.
Yeah, exactly, Jill.
So anyway, let's get to it, because
she
I don't
giggles.
have a whole
They're
lot of
so
time.
terrified and scared.
Okay, guys, do me a favor. Hey, Kelsey, do me a favor. If you don't mind, please click that thumbs up. Become a member if you want to support us. You guys are keeping me going. We crunching the numbers. You guys are helping me stay afloat, and I can't do it without you. I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you for your patience with me. I know that my true crime has not been the best. I know that I've had a lot of quote unquote distractions and things that I'm not proud of. And I'm working on it. I gotta, it's a difficult situation. It's a really, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's a really difficult situation. So anyway, I do appreciate those of you for standing with me that actually care and are here because you believe in me. Thank you for not turning against me, and going just, I still can't get over that. I really can't. But anyway, please click the thumbs up. Please consider becoming a member if you want to support. We do have our goal in chat. I appreciate you very much. That's okay, reality. That's why they're blocked, and it didn't even
do all the things. I know. Again, where the hell's all my misfits? They say you have support. Yeah, but. Okay. Let me play the video.
Get red. All right, let me turn my ceiling fan off, guys. I see your face and then I'm wrapped around your pretty little finger again. Thought I was doing fine. I don't know why I got the song stuck in my head. Need to get you off my mind. I see your face and then I'm wrapped around your pretty little finger again. Okay, anyway, with my hoarse voice. Y'all ready? Sorry for the way the chat behaved towards you. I'm sorry for what happened to you yesterday. Don't worry about that, Moon. That's not on you. But I am sorry. I heard they ringed you yesterday, and I'm sorry for that. You don't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. Actually, nobody does. But anyway, thank you so much. Mind your business. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Mind your business just came through with $19.99. That's incredibly generous of you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. You are amazing. I appreciate that. Oh, girl, don't even say no. That's incredible. Thank you. That's more than generous. Are you kidding me? No. All right, I'm gonna ask one more time. Oh my goodness, Tony! Wow, you guys, what you doing to me? Lord have mercy. Look at what Tony just dropped. $49.99. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to get y'all something. Give me one moment. Hold, please. Wow. I don't even know what to say. Music Tourette's. Thank you so much, Tony. Wow. Music Tourette says, I have insomnia. My bags have bags. I work at night. You are, oh my goodness. Yeah, I know you work at night. And oh my goodness, bless your heart. And thank you so much for the super chat. Tony, thank you so much for the 2 super chats, the 2 super stickers. Wow is all I can say. Oh my goodness, guys. Mind your own business or mind your damn business. Thank you. You guys, y'all. Brenda said, what is happening? I'm here, Brenda. I'm sorry. I was on mute and didn't realize it. I will give outside of, oh, Moon, don't worry about that. Listen to me. I do want to tell you that I'm very sorry that that you were treated so badly yesterday. You're fine. I'm not upset with you at all. I'm not upset with you. I feel bad. I feel like you got reamed on my behalf and you don't deserve that. And I'm sorry for that. And I hope this stuff just blows up. Like something happens. I mean,
yeah, she does. She did allude to that. She really did.
Something. It's got to give. But we're going to put some truth out today.
Don't care.
If you really cared, all could speak out without paying. Let me ask you something, Aurora. Have you seen what happens to my chat when I open it? All right, let's open it. Let's do it. Let's open it.
You always do. You play you block and then unblock just so you can reblock. We've seen it 100 times.
It's absolutely damn near impossible to even prove a point. But okay, sure. If you think I don't care, Aurora, you're sadly mistaken. It breaks my heart that I have to do members only, but I am flooded. I'm going to take it off. Hold on, guys. We'll put it on subscribers only mode. 20 minutes out and listen. If it gets bad, I'll have no choice but to flip it back over. Okay, there we go. It's open. We're going to do it, lady. You watch God will deliver. Won't he do it, Angel? Won't he do it? He always does. Amen. Mimi says freedom. Oh my Lord. All right, mods. How many mods? Put a 1 in chat if you're a mod here. Just okay. Mods are on it, and I can mod from a Fuzzball Factory. Fuzzball Factory.
Oh God, I can't stand when she does that. No, she doesn't understand truth. She even lies about the lies.
Amy Lynn, Luminous Shayna. Hey Shayna. Y'all do it.
Now look at all these supers coming in, but yet this drama has hurt her. And this is time and time again when she pulls the victim card. Look, they're all lying about me. See, I can prove it. Who cares?
We got to play a chit
skit. Fred was here,
and then we're gonna put some truthist out to the world. Right? Hold on. Bear with you, girl. You guys are awesome. Y'all really know how to make a girl feel special, and y'all really know how to make me feel supported. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even say it's just because of the money, but the fact that y'all are here and you know what I mean? Hey, Sandwich. I'm just so thankful and grateful for y'all. Everybody needs to be respectful or get the hell out. We are adults. Act like it. Well, thank you, Aurora. Thank you for saying that. And your name, I like your name, Aurora Borealis. Brenda Stapleton says, attack, Brenda. Oh, I love you. Thank you, Brenda. And thank you for the 50. Good grief. I don't know why boss. Wait a minute. What? Savvy's aunt. Hey, beautiful. Hold the hell up. Savvy. Music Tourette's. Get the roach spray ready. Vacate paid.
And I mean, it just kept coming and coming.
I don't know. Maybe Boston thinks that, I don't know. I'm not sure. I have no clue. I'm not sure Boston may know what that's about. I don't know. That's funny. Music Tourette's. Sandwich, good to see you. Okay. Reality says it's vital. Green says, dear perplexed, exceptional abilities, specifically in memory, calculation, arts, and music. Who is an idiot now? Yes, Katie. Craig said that yesterday, and so did Reality. Okay. Reality wants a link. Okay. Let me drop the link. And then we got to get to it. I'm going to give the super chat, you guys. Brent, I found bleach in fridge this morning. My hubby sleeps walking. Jiggy, can we just pray that he didn't open that and drink it? My God. I pray to God he did not try to open that bleach and drink it. That's kind of scary. It's funny, but kind of scary at the same time. Lord have mercy. I'm telling you, it's a real thing, guys. It's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Angel, I love you. Thank you for pushing and for the goal. You are so sweet. Boston and I are good. No worries. I'm a woman, and I truly feel people should talk without being nasty.
Look, I'm going to say something, and it's probably going to piss a lot of people off, and I don't care. Because none of the other small channels will say anything because they're afraid to. But you all know I really, truly enjoy channels. But this going live back to back and just redirecting to each other is really hurting us little channels. Truth tried to say it, and he got shit for it, but now he's in the inner clique, so it's okay. But, it's like some us little channels would appreciate a redirect, or maybe just give us a minute. You know how YouTube works? Of course, they're going to go where you send them. But it also lets you know who's really your supporters. So I guess it's a double-edged sword. I'm sorry, I'm just getting...
I agree. I like that. That's the way we all should be. I agree. Okay. Reality link is in chat. Let me pull up a chat.
Well, I'm sorry. Them tagging each other in live after live after live is affecting not a lot of us little channels. It is. And they would feel the same way if they were in the same position.
Get real quick. For all of the, y'all know we got to do it. We got to do our shit. Before we get to the meat and potatoes, I got some things to share with y'all. I took it upon myself to do some things this afternoon before the live started. Okay, hold on a second. I thought I was doing fine. Let's see. Let's do... yeah. Hold on. Shit comes to the bistro with hubby. Here's a good one, guys. Oh my goodness. And y'all did it again. Butterflies are free to fly. Thank you for the $3.99. You are so sweet. I appreciate that. Miss Kimmy Lou dropping another 10. Thank you, Miss Kimmy. You guys are amazing. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it more than you know. Hey, KC22. It's so good. Listen, I know
it's not that. I'm not, I enjoy the bigger channels. I do. But come on, the constant you're tapping in before one even ends. It's hurting us little channels. Because no matter what, people stay where you send them, I'd say 75% of the time. And they feel the same way if it was them. I'm not throwing any shade on them, but it is what it is. Truth called it out, but now I guess that's changed for him. And people have said stuff to me, and I'm like, you use your channel and say something. I can't speak for, It does hurt us.
Me. But I really hate putting it on members only because we miss out on such amazing people. But I do want to say it's really, really nice to see all of your names in chat today and to see you guys here.
And it pisses me off because all of them I have been a strong supporter of for a very long time. And how about just a little bit of, common courtesy? It doesn't hurt anybody. And I'm probably going to piss people off that I'm saying it, but it is what it is. If you don't believe me, go look. It's not just my channel that's suffering. And even True said it. But like I said, it's changed for him.
Do it, lady. Supporting the goal. Thank you, horseman. I appreciate that. Y'all are so amazing. All right. Thank you, everybody.
I'm thankful for the few times that there's been a redirect. I'm very thankful for it. But come on, let's be honest. It was redirected to me because none of them were on. I mean, it is what it is.
Supporting the goal for just amping us up. Thank you to everybody who's become a member. Leslie just dropping another $4.99. Britt, we had some amazing ones over in bother chat in the other chat on your defense, babe. Brenda is right. Attack. Oh, which chat was it? Thank you so much, y'all, for having my back. I have to tell you, though, it does kind of make me feel bad.
Yeah, just like Natasha.
Any of you guys
She's
to
Natasha
be,
2.0.
I don't like anybody to be attacked on my behalf. Like what happened to Moon last night.
Fox,
really, man.
but I'm
y'all,
wrong for saying it. I don't
see why people are going after Moon so hard. Really. I think honestly they are trying to make Moon an example. What in the hell are y'all doing?
Who is going after Moon? Well, Brenda, you must have an endless credit cards, all I can figure, because you give her a shit ton of donations. You do. You give her, oh, wow. Moon is just Moon. Alone. I don't review her, so.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I won't. I just haven't. She's just fucking. But she was in the review I was doing. I think it was Laura who was reviewing her. And then she came up on Laura's.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Head up, shoulders back, and keep it marching, girl. Right?
But your channel's suffering because of all this. You're losing financial support and subs. But yet live after live after live, you're not.
You have an army behind you. Love you and do it, lady. I love you too, Kimmy Lou. I do. You guys are so amazing.
Yeah, I love you because you gave me $10.
All right, so let's play this so we can get to it, y'all. Thank you so much. Yes. Oh God, a clean drug test makes you not an out is scary, or your whole please. And Craig D. Little and Women, give me a break. The girl that keeps giving you, girl, you burnt your channel down. Okay. Look.
There's facts in that, so
that's not really going to age very well.
Okay.
I literally have almost 600 in chat, Monkey Mar. Google.
But hey, you Google, don't got that many chatting. Most of them are watching in the background.
I guess something I said, Google thought I was talking to it. I don't know who you are. I have no idea who you are, but my channel looks like it's doing pretty good. So, I mean, I look at all the support that I have. I mean, constantly, all these amazing people. That probably was probably not a good. Let me just say this, Monkey Mar, probably not a good time to come in here and say that when like my subscribers are absolutely doing the most. And so like literally we just
she's
met
so
our
giddy because she got so much money.
Goal, and I freaking got almost 600 in chat. But go ahead, keep going. I guess I don't know who you are,
got
but
your goal. Good for you.
That's literally the only
greedy. You do it 15 twice a day. That's greedy. That's selfish, in my opinion.
Only thing I have to say to you. So, all right, whatever, whoever you are, Dumb and Dumber.
That fits you, freaking crap.
Okay. Welcome to the Gummy Squad. Thank you so much. What the hell is a Monkey Mar? What is that? Who is that?
What the hell is a BJ?
I love you too, Fuzzball. Ugh. Reality, I dropped it again. Guys, like, honest to God, anytime I ever fall asleep, it's because I've been up all night.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit.
Not really been up all night, but like, I haven't had much sleep. That's all.
Bullshit. Keep believing that. You know you don't believe that. I can't believe anybody in your audience does.
People go into the other chats. It just causes more of a divide. Things are up, getting worse daily, and I have to find a way to better it out. Ignore the haters. Make them squirm when you don't respond. Exactly, Tony. You're right. Narcos. Who cares? Go take a shower already. Narcos. Narcos is like, go take a bath. Go take a bath.
Brittany.
Yes. I love.
Check your back. Bet. Check your back.
No one cares about your drug test. What about your mod being named on the who is paying when they are served in the lawsuit? Oh God, oh my God, that person is using the same damn talking points. I don't care about that reality. I really don't. That person is trying very hard to get on the bandwagon because I don't care about her.
But what she
you don't care about her, but you can't shut up about her. You've been talking about it for days.
You need to
I don't care. I don't care, reality. That what she's saying.
Hey, Everlove. Good to see you.
How many other people have tried that before? I don't care.
Well,
I don't know who
that-
she is. I can just tell you that I've been told she's homeless. And you know, sleeping in a hotel room every night with her kids. I pray for
She
you.
ran
Wow.
Huh?
Wow.
He ran that channel.
Say what?
She ran that channel.
Ran what
She's
channel?
the channel. CNY.
Okay. I'm not sure what you're saying. Like, what you mean?
She has a channel, you dumb shit.
Hold on, it's going out. It's really choppy. I don't know, like if it's your signal.
No, we had no problem hearing her.
Yeah, I know. I don't care. I really don't. Reality. She needs to get in line. She needs to get in line. Let me tell you, I said this last night. I know. I am too. But here's the thing, though. What we are witnessing are people jumping on a bandwagon. They see.
Right.
They see what it. You know. They see Jay's numbers. They see all those other channels that, you know, the ones
Just
that have been.
because Jay or somebody else gets numbers for reviewing you doesn't mean everybody does. I don't.
Attacking me the most. I even heard a clip today of Queen Bee saying that all these little channels are hopping on board trying to get, like she said, Queen said it herself, y'all.
No, I don't know who she was talking about because I've been covering you for 18 months. Had nothing to do with any of this crap. It was about your Sebastian Rogers coverage.
Even Queen Bee is saying it. Like, so do not give that person a
true.
second of your time. I don't care. She's no different
There's
than Laura.
channels
They're
that
all
are popping up because they want to jump on and get some of them views. I've been reviewing you a long time, bitch.
the same. They see the numbers that
Exactly.
these other
Jake
channels
Fox.
are pulling when they cover me,
That's why
and they're
I
trying to
just
get a piece of
let that go past because I don't want to get into that stuff. That's personal, and I don't know the story behind it. And it's, yeah, that's
the pie. That simple.
I don't know.
Ask
if Queen
yourself
said
why
it or not.
anybody is
Probably
going to come
not.
after
She lies
you
about everything
when you've never done
about
anything
Queen.
to them. I don't know that CNY person. I ain't done anything to her. I didn't do nothing to Laura. She just like it's that Monkey Mara person. Who the hell is that? I've never seen that person before. They're all on the bandwagon. It's all a trend. It's become trendy to go after Brittany. Fine, do it. I'm not going to give you a back and forth.
Gosh.
I hope that you find. I'll just say this: if I was homeless,
It was
God
said about
forbid.
Laura,
I feel sorry for
because that's
anybody
exactly why Laura did
that is
it. Come on. That's the truth. And look at what it's done for Laura's channel.
homeless.
Ain't
I don't
done
wish that
shit
on my
like that
worst
for
enemy.
mine.
I don't care. Regina, don't give her any. Don't give her any. Do not give her any.
And
No.
now somebody else is going to go live, and then somebody else is going to go live about
Yeah, don't.
it. This
emails
is
a day.
ridiculous.
Don't promote anybody in my chat. Okay, well then
No.
why the fuck are you starting drama in my chat, weirdo? I don't even know you, monkey. I don't even go live. My true crime is zero drama. Wake up, girl. But here you are in my chat causing drama. Who are you again? I don't know you. Why are you coming? You're not.
That's why my son has such. Today they announced Thursdays bring your child to school day. All the dads bring their children to school. He don't want to go to school on Thursday. He had a meltdown when the teacher was explaining it to them. That's why I couldn't go live. I'm sorry, I just got to eat. I shouldn't have even opened it anyway.
About drama, right? But here you are in my
Lord.
chat accusing me of being a liar. Do you know me? I haven't lied about a single thing. Who the fuck is this person? This is what I'm talking about.
I haven't seen that person in here either.
What is a monkey mar? What the hell is that? You're so non-drama, but here you are causing problems in my chat, weirdo.
The
Yeah.
problem is we fight back respectfully. If you're getting where this is just too much, we have to stand our ground. But we are better, you know that. We're not like them.
Yes, my mods are named in a C and D for a damn reason. Look around.
Get attacked continuously, just like Brit.
Did you get a C&D? Did you get one? This is exactly why I've kept it on members only. This right here.
Yep.
This is exactly why it goes on members only. I just told that person not to promote that. Not to say, do not come in my chat and say anybody else is live. I don't care. The only thing you do when you say that shit is you promote people. That's rude. Don't do it. Let me try this again. I don't care. I love y'all. I really do, but I do not care.
You do care because you fire up a live how many times a day talking about it all, whining about it all, playing victim about it all. You do very much care. You shouldn't, but you do. You care way more than you should. You are obsessed with this shit. You can't.
Person is saying about me. I don't know them. I don't care what the monkey person is saying. I don't know these people. I don't care.
None of that shit.
None of these people know me. None of them. They know what they hear, which is about 98% false. So anyway, let me try this again. And that stupid shit about my mods being, yes, they're in a C&D. Absolutely they are. Because they're attacked too, just like I am. Sure are. It's not illegal. It's not a fucking legal.
My Lord.
All right, thank you guys for the super chats. Let me play this so we can get to the proof that I have.
We'll go into other chats and stir shit up, Brittany. Oh, BJ.
I just had you with the one top at 24.
Uh-oh.
Nicole, I just had you with the one top at 24. No, I hate serving one tops. People go, just thinking that.
Or.
Oh,
time to get to it. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
An hour in, she's finally getting to it.
I'm going to be ignoring chat for a little bit. Just a girl who loves frogs. Everybody.
Someone clearly helped her with
I'm going to ignore chat for a little bit, just so I don't get distracted because we've already been live an hour and I haven't even got to it. So, I'm not sure what's happening. Aurora, who hasn't been respectful to you? I haven't seen anybody being disrespectful, but okay. Okay, let's get to this. All right, and thank you everybody for your support. You guys are truly amazing.
Oh, just wait. It's going to get worse.
All right, so Laura made a community post last night. Let me read this.
Yeah.
Brittany, you may be able to gaslight the idiot savants in your chat. However, you will never gaslight me. Since you feel the need to continue to lie while blaming me for lying, I will call your CPS office tomorrow. I will call the hospital listed on your fake drug test tomorrow. I will get an email of someone at the hospital on the form that you put out and ask them about your lying carbon copy. And then all will be resolved, right?
But after I reviewed Lori yesterday and they researched, well, I also looked it up and read it to you. But what they were saying that the CPS only uses that contract, that's not true. Because I looked it up after the live. That's not true. They will use outside the contract quite regularly, really.
Your name unless I have to. But this will clear all up just in just a few calls. I will be able to straighten this out probably in 30 minutes. It seems like the best way to go about this without going back and forth. Yeah, because we know you don't want to back and forth, right? Please. Which is why you go live every time I do. Since you swear that all of your stuff is legit, then there shouldn't be a problem at all. Accuse me of being a liar and I will prove who the liar really is. Let the truth be told. I wasn't going to go this far. But since you want to call me a liar, accuse me of fabricating information, accuse me of not knowing anything, and blatantly call me a liar, I will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt who the liar is. Then what? By the way, the person who jumped on your panel is cuckoo. None of what she said ever happened. No one ever talked about Craig and the drug test. Almost everything she said was a complete... Hold on a second. Let me find it. Accuse me of being a liar. Everything she said was a complete lie. Go look at my chat and see for yourself. No one called her names or anything either. I'll be live tomorrow. NC is a one-party consent state, so I will record all of the phone calls and any email response that I receive. Let the games begin and the truth prevail. Because, yeah, this is all it is to you, Laura. It's a game. This is my real life. By the end of tomorrow, there will be no mistake of who is telling the truth. If anyone thinks this is going real life, can you think of another way to prove who was lying than to just call in the source? I cannot. Well, normal people don't give a shit. Normal people do not give a flying F about my personal life. Only weirdos that freaking have gotten so sucked into this care about this. P.S. I already spoke to someone today, and I know now look at this, y'all. She claims she spoke to someone. I want y'all to remember that. I already spoke with someone today, and I know for a fact you are lying. So this is a lie right here. And your test is 100% fake. That's another lie. I even bet my entire channel on it. Remember, she bet her channel on it. Then I got a phone call and confirmed what? I got a phone call and that confirmed what I already knew. You sure made a really dumb mistake with this. But don't worry, girl. I got you. Laugh out loud. Well, isn't that peachy keen? So,
and in the meantime, Laura had already made calls because I believe Chasing put out a video. I don't, yeah.
So, hey, Laura, are you really going to get rid of your channel? Asking for about 600 people and myself included. Okay, so what I did today, let me share something with y'all. I did a thing today. I may or may not have done a thing today. Let me end this out because it's been freezing up. All right, give me 1 second. I got something to share with y'all. How many of you think she'll relinquish her channel?
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I don't know why she said something so stupid. That's on her. But move on, Brittany. I know you called the place and you recorded. Let me tell you about these phone calls. Okay, I did this once. Not about a drug screen. It was back in the Marwan and Dre situation. I didn't ask any pertinent questions about Marwan's passing because it wasn't my place. And all I asked was about the facility itself and if two said employees that Spanky and all them had claimed to have talked to were there. Those two names are not there. Those people don't work there. Anyway, the call's still up. The live's still up. It's way back when. They put out a call saying all this info, this recorded call with this info. I turned around and called the same place. The people they claimed worked there didn't work there. You see how that works? Okay, just let you know that.
We know that's not going to happen, right? How many of you thinks that this girl will apologize? Anybody? Let me show you this first, okay? Let me show you this first. Pay very close attention to this number, okay? I'm going to make sure that my P's and Q's are very, I've got them all in order, okay? Pay very close attention to this number. You see that? You see that? 910-291-7680, right? Outgoing call, 3 minutes and 5 seconds. This is occupational health. Shit, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on, guys. This is occupational health, okay? And I'm going to prove that this is the number to occupational health. This is the log of the call I made this morning, okay? I called occupational health at 11:29. I recorded that call, okay? And I'm going to share it with y'all. Give me just a second. Okay, sorry. I got to run Craig some heartburn medicine real quick to his room. So I want y'all to look at this, okay? This is the number to occupational health. You see right here, this is a call log from my phone, right? You see this. Outgoing call was 3 minutes and 5 seconds, okay? I called at 11:29. Here you see the option to view the recording and the transcript, right? That's where I recorded it, okay? Now let me share this real quick. Let me make sure, because I knew they were going to say that I called a friend. They would try to
Okay.
say that I called a friend and had them say this shit.
Who? No. See, she says all this stuff, but she shows no proof of anybody saying any of it. I've not heard any of it. Have y'all?
So look, you guys, I'll flip back. Okay.
Who's
Look
that?
at this. This is the number. Child. Hold on, guys. This is the number to occupational health. Shit, Kendall. Hold on, guys. God bless it. Hold on.
Well, she just
You
doxed
see
her
that,
daughter.
right? Look at that. Scotland Occupational
She
Health.
just doxed the hell out of her daughter.
291-7680. Right? And I'll flip back over where
sure
you guys
did.
can see.
She just put her daughter's name and number on the screen. What an idiot. What an idiot.
That is the number. You can look this up yourself. You can absolutely look this up yourself. Kathy V says, Laura, girl, bye. Kathy, thank you so much for your super chat. And there was another one, War Eagle. Laura is a psycho, obviously. Yes, War Damn Eagle, 100%. Give me just a second. Let me grab, and I'll be right back, guys, and then we'll get right to it. Pay attention to that number. I'll flip back and show you that is the number I called. Give me 1 minute.
Don't care. Laura called too. She put it out before you did. That's why you did a call. She already put it out.
Okay. All right. We good? Okay. Let's go back. Look. 291, right? 7680. Look at this. 291-7680. Look. 3 minutes and 5 seconds. 11:29 a.m.
She's going to whine and cry. She just literally sat here and doxed her daughter's whole name, first and last, and number. She's going to cry about it. Unbelievable.
Right? 291-7680.
Could be.
Look, this is a Google. This is a Google search. You see it? Google review. Scotland Occupational Health. 291-7680. Right? 291-76. So it's established, right? You see that is a number I called. If I need to hold my phone up and show it through my phone, I can do that. Now let me pull up the recording. Okay. I think that's sufficient, right? Does that not prove that I called them? You see it. Now you're going to see the recording is almost the exact time. It's like a few seconds off because obviously the call lasted longer than the recording did. But hold on 1 second. Let me pull up this recording. Okay. And like I said,
I don't really care.
I'll play this. Okay. I'm going to play this for you guys. See, I posted it at 11:38, right? I shared it with my chat immediately. And I even said right here, the recorded phone call I made with, I meant to say occupational health, but it's
in one of the many long mod calls she just claimed she doesn't do.
But listen closely.
Here.
Okay, and I did it. Here we go.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Hello. Sorry to bother you. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry to bother you. I just wanted to ask you a couple questions for clarification. In regards to your drug screening process, how do y'all go about that? Like, do you send it off to a lab, or do you guys do this screening in office?
We do rapid drug screens in office where you get your results instant, but if you want to pay for a send out, you can have your urine sent out to a lab.
Okay, and with the Department of Social Services, they have it sent to a lab, right? Like if you do a test. Okay, and let me ask you this: if someone does the screening, if they have to do it, you guys have a carbon copy that person gets, right? Like,
for the rapids we do.
Okay, right, all right. So
for the send outs, there's a 3-part form.
Okay, so the reason that I'm calling to ask you this is because I did go do that, and there's a whole kerfuffle. Like I had people online calling CPS on me, and they reported me on a bunch of false accusations. And I actually was in your office. I think it was like last week. It was on the 9th. I had to come do it on the 9th.
Look,
and
you can say false all you want, BJ, but there's a lot of us out here that know how CPS works, and I don't give two shits what you say. There was some type of care plan. There was things that had to be done. The things you were doing within 24 to 48 hours of CPS being there. Come on, girl. We're not stupid. Jeez.
People are saying that that's not how the process goes, and that basically I have forged the test results, and I'm just making it a point that you guys do carbon copies. You do send it off to Quest, a separate lab, through CPS, right? And I mean, I don't think you can tell me.
She said if CPS wants it sent up to the lab. They don't always send them off to a lab. Listen to what the lady's saying and quit over talking her.
Results, or you won't be able to tell me that.
I won't be able to tell them because social services is the one who paid for them.
Okay.
So if you want your send out results, contact your social worker and see if they've been resulted yet.
Didn't I tell
Okay,
y'all?
but see, that what she's saying, that is whoever pays for the test will get the results. Then why was she given the rapid test results?
If they have, then I'm sure they would be happy to give them to you.
I can't get.
Is there any way that you can confirm that I was in your office on the 9th?
What's your name?
Brittany Jackson.
I thought it was the 11th. I thought it was 9/11.
Yes, ma'am. I have you were seen here.
Okay, and I did a drug screening for send off.
Yes, ma'am. You done a rapid and a send out.
You did
Okay, and so you guys sent that to a lab, which would mean that I had to fill out that document.
Rapid and a send out here.
Okay, and I did a
Yes, ma'am. I have you were seen here.
Okay, and I did a drug screening for send off.
Yes, ma'am. You done a rapid and a send out.
Okay, and so you guys sent that to a lab, which would mean that I had to fill out that document that gave me, I received a yellow carbon copy and I received the 5th copy, which was the white document.
Correct.
Okay, I appreciate you so much. I know this is really ridiculous what I'm having to ask you, but you wouldn't believe the stuff I'm going through, but thank you so much for your time.
No problem. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, have a blessed day.
You
Bye-bye.
What did I say?
It doesn't make sense. They shouldn't have gave you even the rapid results. All results should have went to CPS, not to you. Period. Something smells.
Well, what did I tell you guys? Did I not tell you all that I could not get my final document?
Okay,
the actual.
but that, and no one, I wasn't disputing that, so I don't know who you're talking about. But what results you did have, you passed around to everybody. Why would you be given the rapid results? You should have been given no results. She even said whoever paid for the test would get the results. You shouldn't have gotten any of them. Hey, Betty MCW.
Send off. I couldn't get it from Occupation Health that the caseworker had it right. She just confirmed that. So I didn't lie. I have to get it from my caseworker. She also just confirmed, for those of you that said that I went, this is from March, she just confirmed that I was in the office on the 9th and I took a test. They did a rapid, which was the instant results that I showed, and they did a send off. When they do a rapid, you receive a carbon copy, which is what I shared with y'all. And then I have the white document.
Shouldn't be getting any
which
results.
is from the send-off, which is Quest. Now I can share that, but I got to redact my social off of it. So I'm so tired of being called a liar. There is nothing that I have told y'all that is not true. I've told y'all everything from the beginning to the end. I am not on drugs. I don't fake drug test. I don't fucking come on here and gaslight and lie.
Yes, you do.
I don't know what
it's been proven that you do, time and time again.
else you want me to do. I can show you the number again. Show you the. Let's show that. Let's show the time of the. Let's. We're gonna do our P's and Q's.
I can say booyah
Yes,
and
But I
kuya.
thought too, it did have those dates on it. I seen the dates. Hey, Snippins, it's good to see you. Exactly. I don't understand because I've taken rapid result. I've been tested and I didn't get my rapid results. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's different there.
Hold the
Yes.
truth.
Yes, Miss Rapping, and that's why I
Yeah,
tried
no, I
to
don't
explain
believe
that
that.
to everybody.
Sorry.
Right.
That doesn't solve the issue.
Right? I told everybody that I would be able to get my my lab results, the ones that were sent off. I told everybody I would get them last week because I just assumed that was my stupid fault. I assumed that I could get them from occupational health. Well, when I called occupational health, they told everybody, or not everybody, they told me that I had to get it from my caseworker. I didn't call. I sent a text message to my caseworker, and she told me that she could not email me my drug test. She wasn't allowed to do that, but that she could give it to me when I see her, and that I can't come get it or see her
That's what I've been saying.
until the week that we're on now, because last week when I wanted to get it, she was out in the field training. I got that too. You want me to share that? I got that text message too. I have that exchange just the same.
Brittany, I don't understand what is the goal of this, because I'm not surprised. And there's no way you didn't know that you weren't going to be tested, especially since part of the accusations being leveled against you it was about that issue. So you knew you was being tested. I mean, come on. I'm sure the caseworker talked to you. And again, how many days was it? This is not, I don't see how this is helping you. I just don't, but okay. I don't care, really. I don't care about your test. Jeez, can you move on?
Let me read it to y'all.
We do not care.
Let's read that text message exchange. Hold on a second. It'll only take me 2 seconds to redact it.
Oh, Lord.
Give me just, you don't have to go. I'm not going to tell anybody. That's a small doctor's office and it's too much. But the fucking option is there. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to tell you not to, because they don't need to be harassed. They've got freaking patients and stuff. Hold on a minute, y'all. Here it is. Let me get this real quick, and I'm going to redact it.
I'm going to tell you not to, but the option's there. Yeah, shut the fuck.
Give me 1 minute. It's just too little. And you can see where I sent this to her last Tuesday. I'll be sure. Nobody even deserves this. Nobody even deserves it. But my mods and my subscribers, and that y'all were the reason that I'm doing this.
No, they're not. You're doing this for you. You're doing this to keep the drama going, BJ. Your bread and butter. Worked well for you today, hasn't it?
Doing this for y'all because people are telling y'all
she had my YouTube
that y'all are,
next.
I'm so tired of my subscribers and my moderators being lied on and being told that they're savants and they're stupid and they're gaslit and they need help and they're blinded by me, when y'all were the ones that actually are believing the truth. So that's why I'm doing this.
That's why she's doing it.
Give me 1 minute. Let me edit it.
Medical records.
I gotta make sure that
it's
I can't put her personal shit out. Hold on a minute. I hope y'all would understand that.
She does that gets other people in trouble.
All right.
Yep. Yeah, they could. They're gonna be pissed.
All right, and let me do the other one.
Yeah, could be Snippins. I think she's baiting people too. Definitely. I'm sorry, guys. I don't get a lot of comments because I don't want you guys going.
I don't think there's anything there.
I know how she'll go over chat comments and stuff, especially if they're pinned. And I don't want you being singled out. But, I pin them sometimes.
Okay. Let me share it with you guys. Let me share it. Here is the text messages that I sent to my caseworker. Give me 1 minute. So here's where I said, and you'll see it was from this past Tuesday. If you look right here at the bottom, see it? Tuesday, 5:02 p.m. Well, I sent this at 3:22 and she responded at 5. All right. So at 3:22 this past Tuesday, I said, "Hey, Miss Blank, this is Brittany Jackson. I spoke with occupational health and they informed me that the drug screening results come straight to you guys. Is there any way that you could email a copy of my result or can I access them somehow?" And then she responded at 5:02 and she says, "I will not be able to send that via email. If you'd like to take a picture of it next time I see you, we can do it. We are in training this week, so I will not be in the office." I said, "Okay, that's fine. That will work. Thank you." So
okay. I
will see her. I'm praying tomorrow. I don't know. I don't want to tell you guys
that
it'll be tomorrow when then she tells me it's Thursday, but it's 100% this week because she's got to close out. And
hasn't been 30
I don't know what else I can do for you. Like I've given way more than anybody, way more than I should ever have to give.
Except 100% true.
people going around lying on me, saying that I've made this crap up, that I forged documents, that
Well, they did
some
say
said
that.
the test
Laura
I
did.
showed was back in March. Oh, here's another thing. Soup. I did not give Moon my drug test. That never happened. I didn't give anybody my drug test to show. And I never asked Moon
But you had
to share my drug
oh,
test for me.
bullshit.
You are 100% right. I can do that all on my own.
There we go. This is how she plays everything. I didn't do it. But yet she passed it around to people she knew would pass it around. Shut up, Brittany. You're so fake and phony. You had to have passed it around to somebody for it to have gotten out. Oh, I get so sick of that from her. I didn't do it. I just gave it to people I knew that would do it.
That's it. Moon can vouch for that. I never asked her to show my drug test. I never asked her to be a scapegoat for me.
You knew by giving it to a mod that would give it to Moon, that Moon would do exactly that. You really think you're that clever? I can't help it your chat has blinders on and don't see. That's on them. Eventually they will.
Wish people would just stop assuming. Right, Kelsey. It's 100% the nurse's handwriting. The only thing that's mine is where I signed my name and printed it. Do you think Laura will apologize? No. What about you, UA Crimson? No, they won't. They won't apologize. I can't believe that people, people will just run with stuff, and you know what I mean? It's got to be salacious. They can't just accept the truth. Thank you, Moon. Moon got it because people shared shit. Thank you. And Moon, that's nothing against you. But
and believe me, that was done on purpose, Moon. You were deliberately given that UA test screenshot.
Soup was, basically talking like I threw you under the bus and I'm using, I used you to be my, and I would never do that.
Bull. You just
I wouldn't ask somebody to do something that I wouldn't do on my own.
She does, Betty MCW. That
no, I didn't, Kels, but they need drama. Yeah, they do. And see, here's the thing.
They need drama.
Admitting that you're wrong and that maybe Brittany's not on drugs. Maybe Brittany's not this bad person that we've made her out to be. Maybe Brittany's not this habitual liar that we keep saying she is. Maybe if they said that, there's no hot.
See, this is where I earlier I told you, what if, a huge, humongous what if. Nah.
What I mean, you know what I mean? Who's going to flood their chat when
they are conniving?
Okay, now it's my health. Okay, Margot, how about this though? Why don't people just leave me alone? Fuck you, alleged. Won't you stop using my cat's name? How about that, troll? Talking about now, you know how Kylie's family felt. Yeah, none of y'all are original at all. At all.
You got some nerve, Miss Copycat.
Come back under your real name. Buttercup, what are you talking about? You think I'm lying still? I literally just showed evidence to support everything I said.
No, not quite. It doesn't make sense. You shouldn't have even gotten the rapid results. But whatever. Don't care. But no. You still didn't do this with complete honesty, did you? Just saying.
Leave a single word, everything keeps changing. What? What changed, Buttercup? I said that I said that I couldn't get my results until this week because my caseworker had to give them to me. I just showed proof of that.
Oh my God.
The lady just said it. I can't. I don't care. I freaking literally put
So
the
what
truth
you
out.
did is you were given the rapid results, which you probably shouldn't have been, and then you decided to share them with people you knew would share them with other people who would put them out. That's exactly what you did, Brittany. You keep nothing to yourself. You tell on yourself.
Are still gonna fucking go crazy in life.
Am I surprised that you had to take a UA? Hell no. I'm surprised it took so long.
I've been trying to tell you it appears to be apnea. Okay, well, my health, I'll focus on my health, guys. Okay. I appreciate the concerns. I will focus on my health. It's a shame you even had to do this. I don't need to see the results because I'm not an idiot and I can tell the difference between exhaustion and nodding off. Thank you. Done. Don't respond anymore, no matter what. Yes, exactly. There's no point. Thank you, Jekka. I hope that's how you say your name. I appreciate that. I really do. Ebony. So they begged for the test results. Now they are mad that
It
the
is
test
an
results are
unlocked
real.
diary.
What the heck? You can't win. Absolutely nothing.
She doesn't
Shane,
like being
Shayna.
called out
Absolutely
for her bad
nothing.
acts. No.
Buttercup, did you listen to the call? Did you listen to the call? Did you listen to me at all? I'm going to say this one more time. The lady just said it. You have a rapid result.
But the thing is, you
Instant-
shouldn't have gotten any of the results, is my question.
Results that came back, which I did both. When I took the test, I did
Like
the
a
rapid,
therapy
which is the
appointment.
instant, and I did the lab results, Buttercup. Okay. What Moons showed are my rapid results. That's what she showed. Okay. I did get rapid results. What I'm waiting on is the ones that were sent off to the lab because those are the major. That's the, you know what I mean? That's the extensive end all be all. I had both tests done. I had rapid, which you get a carbon copy. Let's play. Can we play it one more time? I want y'all to listen very closely. I know this lady has a thick accent. I get it. I live here. It took me a while when I first moved here. It took me a while to get used to the accent in my town. But if you listen to her, she explains it. When you do a rapid result, right? When you do a rapid result, that's when you get the carbon copy. Okay. That's what I got. My lab results I got a white copy. Okay. So I told y'all I have a white copy and I have a yellow copy. What Moon showed was the rapid. Let's play this one more time. Listen closely.
Full question.
You guys, Moon.
On a bunch of false accusations on the CP.
I won't be able to tell them the call you were seen here.
Okay, and I did a drug screening for send off.
Yes, ma'am. You done a rapid and a send out.
See?
Okay, and so you guys sent that to a lab, which would mean that I had to fill out that document that gave me. I received a yellow carbon copy, and I received the fifth copy, which was the white document.
Correct.
Okay, I appreciate you so much. I know this is really
There you go. And thank you, Chewy's mom, for saying that. Chewy's mom is one of quite a few who have validated what I've said as well. Chewy's mom says you are absolutely correct. I have performed hundreds of these tests as a nurse. And if you heard, I told the lady, I said, I was there on the night of September. Can you look? And she did. And she said, yes, you were here. And she verified that I did. I know, right? Fuck, I said carbon copy so many times this last month. She sounds like your doctor. That I called the actual occupation. See, because I knew y'all would try that. My daughter doesn't have this accent, by the way. Nice try. My daughter doesn't. She's not that country. But the lady has a beautiful voice, by the way. And it's nothing against her. But okay, you want to say that I called my daughter. Well, here you go. Here's the call log where I called him this morning. Look at this. Pay attention, chat EBT. Pay close attention. I made 2 calls. The first one, it got hung up. I wasn't able to, she answered and hung up. So I made 2 calls. The second call went through. We had a 3-minute and 5-second conversation. Called her at 11:29 a.m. Oh, also, North Carolina is a one-party state, so don't nobody try to come at me for that. View recording and transcript, giving me the option, right? And I knew you people would try to say that I had my daughter or somebody say this. Well, pay attention to this number, right? 291-7680. Well, shit. Here you go. Look at that. Scotland Occupational Health. This is a simple Google search. 291-7680. That is the number I called. We held a 3-minute and 5-second conversation. I don't know what else you want from me. I mean, you want me to actually hold my phone up and show? I could do that too. I mean, your girl ain't got shit to hide. Not a damn thing. It's just frustrating, Shayna, because it's always something. I just want people to let me be. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's what I have. Laura, an apology would be nice. We know you're not going to hang your channel up. I'm sure they'll say that, somehow I falsified this. People that got C&Ds got them. I don't think it's necessary to state who I did. Well, I did last night, Kels. I already stated it. And also, once again, I'm going to say this. There's receipt that people received them. Every person that was sent a C&D. Well, the truth just came out, Love and Life. I just proved that I didn't fake my drug test. I just proved that, the carbon copy is legit. Like, I proved everything that she's lying about. All I got to do now is show my main drug test that comes back from the lab, which it's already back. I just got to get it. And I just showed anybody if you're just getting here, please watch the whole thing. No, she'll never apologize. She's not going to go bye-bye. She's not. She bet her channel that I was lying, right? But she's not going to leave. Yeah, and she'll never apologize either. If they call anywhere, jail. I wonder how many packs of cigarettes that one person has gone through. Landry, have y'all ever witnessed people? Have you ever witnessed anybody want to be served legal documents? I would never. And they did get them. Attorney has the proof. Everyone who got sent one has them, no matter what anyone says. Everybody that was sent a cease and desist has received it. Anybody saying they haven't got their copy, they're telling a lie. A box a day, Kels. Rapid Recovery says the best thing anyone can do for themselves, mental health addiction, is just the stress of kids is getting good sleep hygiene. It's essential. 100%. 100%. The stress of kids is getting good sleep and hygiene. That's essential. Exactly. Hey, Jersey Red. Once again, I just want to tell the people that all of you that have been here with me and have taken
Oh my God, was I muted all this time? I am so sorry. Okay, did you hear any of that? Any of it? Basically, what the paperwork was, what I showed you from the court was saying, I'm sorry, I muted and I thought I unmuted. I muted because of the littles and I thought I unmuted. So you heard none of that. Basically, the court paperwork that I had up is just giving them till November to file their briefs. And it's detailing in very strict detail what the court expects to be filed and in what way, telling them step by step. That does not grant anything. All that's doing is giving them more time to file their brief, which is what they wanted using family issue. So, oh, thank you, Purple. I'm so sorry. My light burned out, so I can't tell it's still muted. Yeah. So that's all that's giving them. But here's what At Night posted in the Superior Court of Pennsylvania reinstates At Night One World appeal in case re-interference with Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers search. Rulings return matters to the appellate docket. Organization reaffirms commitment to lawful evidence and driven search operations. They have a whole Twitter page. Philadelphia, PA, August 22nd, 2025. At Night and One World announced today that it has learned the Superior Court of Pennsylvania has reinstated the organization's appeal in litigation concerning alleged interference with the search efforts for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. The matter will proceed before the appellate court. Correction, it gave you more time to file your briefs. We appreciate the court and with very detailed info on how you better present and file the briefs. Very clear detail. We appreciate the court's action and remain focusing on protecting the integrity of the search. Because I sit at home and work from my phone on my Twitter page, said Cynthia Lee, Global Ownership Liaison for At Night and One World. She owns part of the Twitter page. Where's your tax ID number? Where's your tax returns to prove you're a legit business? Just saying. Just questions. That's all. You know, all that stuff, in my opinion, and shit you like to hear. Given the ongoing nature of the proceedings, At Night and One World will have no further comment on the merits at this time. Because all you got was more time to file your brief because you used some kind of death or something in the family. Stop it. Doesn't mean you won shit. You'd twist up a dead maggot if you could and make it sound pretty. What's this say? Okay, this was from August 15th. This is from August 15th. You guys know about that. Oh my God. Yeah, I think this has been read to everybody a couple times on a couple channels. Yeah, okay. But yeah, that's it. Of course they're going to spin that, you know? Of course they are. Of course they are. Yeah, but they just tweeted the papers as a quote. Yes. If you want him to explain more, he went on Nonsense panel before. Explain about this? Sure. I'll drop the link. He knows more than I do, I'm sure. I still, Seth being involved with some of the people he's involved with just don't make any sense to me. don't make any sense to me. I don't. And what exactly are they doing, Seth? Nothing. Just keeping stirring things up, keep causing chaos. That's what you want? People are all fixated on all the chaos and all the frivolous lawsuits and shit going on. They're not looking for Sebastian. They're watching for all the drama that's unfolding nonstop. That's really what you want? That's not helping find your son. It's not. Yeah, just click the link. And it'll bring you backstage. And I'll let him up. That's some crazy shit, though. I mean, come on. The stuff they put out, the stuff that Hong and Nick have done, and that's what you want connected to your missing child? You want frivolous lawsuits that shouldn't be going on. You yourself are being sued. What? This is so not about Sebastian and has not been about him for a very long time. But you know who stayed out of all of this and isn't following suit? Is the people you guys attack the most, the prophets. They're doing what they need to do to find their son. They're not coming out here getting pats on the back, stirring up all this drama, frivolous lawsuits everywhere. I mean, come on. Tony Mathis is suing Granny's Watching for what? You guys all think you just, Tony, you're known for suing. So you look for easy paydays, in my opinion. Yeah, just click the YouTube, the link I put in chat. Just click that link. Just click on it, and it'll bring you right to my backstage. I'm not on Facebook. Yeah, YouTube. Nah, everybody got to learn. You should see me my first, I don't know how many times. I still mess up. But this is just ridiculous. I don't get wanting to have all that attached to your child. And people are in for the drama, not in for looking for Sebastian. And he doesn't see that because he's getting attention and financial support that he never had before, in my opinion. And that's just my opinion. Yes, continue with YouTube. Well, that should just take you straight through StreamYard, though. But go ahead, see what it does if you click continue with YouTube. Well, that's the account you're coming in under. That's why it's telling you to pick one of your accounts, whatever account you're coming in under. Okay, my little one just came out to ask me if she could get them another snack, huh? Okay, I don't use your real name if you don't want it. Yeah, don't use your real name.
getting so much help supporting me. Thank you. And I'm so sorry for each and every one of you. If any of you have gotten any flack from supporting me and being my friends, I'm really sorry. I am really sorry. Nobody deserves it. People is way too comfortable messing with people's lives online. They're going to run across the wrong one day. Like Mike Tyson says, people are comfortable talking until they get punched in the nose. Exactly, Josh. Exactly. Britt, now keep your next step to your self. Don't ever. Yes, Tony. Absolutely. Thank you for the good advice. You're 100% correct. Yep. I want to talk to you guys about my true crime too. I do want to apologize if I've been reckless with it, or I've said things that has offended people. That's never I've always tried to. Hold on a second. I love my kid. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right, hold on. This child. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, I love you too, Luminous. Oh, Petty Crocker. I like that name. Why couldn't I think of that? Petty. I don't know what that is. Okay. Oh, two people start the conversation. Okay. Can you, Kira? Okay. I don't want my, look at the way I'm dressed. Oh, I know, but no one's going to see you. She just wants to see that you're not putting your phone on it. Here we go. I think we can talk to her. That's like a private thing. She should get back to us, I think. Okay, you're in the show, so we must be there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to be seen again.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Let's say something great about the video and stuff.
Okay, so let's see here. Video file, image file. I don't know what that means. That's something else. Okay, hang on. Let's see if I think this is called back chat or something. What does this part say right here? Comments. Oh, that's private chat. So she should be able to see.
Oh, when you
Okay, I sure hope they can't see me in my robe. They're probably, I don't know, maybe they can hear. You know what? We have to turn YouTube down though or something. I'll go listen. I can't listen on my phone. On your phone because mine's broken. Okay, let me use your phone. Okay, so go in front of that. She'll tell us how to do it, Rich. I don't know if they realize how dumb we are about this stuff. Like, I mean, really dumb. Extra special. How do you turn this on? Oh, this side. I got it. Okay. And then how do you get it to, I got it.
Sorry if they are. Okay. Okay. What's your thing again? 60. No one's gonna get your phone. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Jill.
Oh,
Jill,
can you hear
do
us?
you? Yeah,
Yes,
I
they can hear us,
They
Rich.
can hear you, hon.
Okay, they can hear us. Here you go.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my husband. Tell him what to do here. There's my thing. Okay.
There should
no,
be,
just
there's
talk.
a camera, like a video camera icon or a camera icon. You can
Okay.
just click that and that'll shut your camera off.
Okay, so click the camera thing, Rich.
Yeah.
Camera icon, it will shut it off.
Yeah, it'll just shut you can turn it on and off when you want.
Let's see here, the camera. Does it look like, let me see.
It either looks like a rectangle with like a video lens on the end, like a video camera or a camera.
Okay.
And just
We had that
click
earlier.
on it and that'll shut you off. That'll shut your camera off.
Do you see it, Rich?
No.
You don't see it in
Wait.
the menu?
We have a microphone.
Okay, it should be beside the microphone. Your camera. Or video.
Here, hang on. Okay, there we go. What is this? We have a microphone. Okay, try that once, Rich. Yeah, click the whole thing
No,
once.
not the microphone. That'll
Okay,
shut
not the
sound
microphone.
off.
There's our dots. Let's try this one right here. Is this something?
No, it's fine.
Oh,
No,
it isn't?
it should
Okay.
be. It should be right beside your microphone. Right after your microphone, there should be another
Oh, is that it, Rich?
icon.
What does that
with
say?
Some type
Show-
of a camera.
Okay. Just, I don't want to be single. But ask what, can you see us right now, Kathy?
Yeah. Just
Oh,
the
God.
very I can see his face now.
Well,
That's
my
okay.
wife just. Okay, so
don't worry,
I can't
nobody
find
else
a.
can. I got a
Yeah,
screen
no,
up
that's
so
fine.
nobody can see you.
Yeah, we don't care.
But what I'm looking at is there's a thing that says present, and if I click on that, it's got video file, image, share
No.
screen.
No. You don't want to present. You're not presenting anything. It should just be like the shape of a video camera or a camera. Right after, it should come right after your mic. There should be another one.
Or just show the
That-
ceiling. Who
Yeah,
cares?
but I could keep up the screen protector if you want me to. Nobody has to see you. You want me to put it back
Well,
up? I have no
it-
problem.
If I was better prepared for this, I'd feel more comfortable.
Okay,
certainly.
there. See, nobody can see you but me.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you for being patient.
No, thank you for coming up. I'm Kathy. Kathy P. So, you wanted to explain something about the paperwork I just went over that he posted?
Well, I guess I'll just say my wife was listening to this, but it's my understanding that that there's been an acceptance of an appeal by the higher courts, and this was, I assume, the RICO case that Granny had against her.
No, this is the one they had against Granny and Barbecue for the injunction and the RICO.
Yeah, well, that is
Okay.
the RICO was part of that they
Right.
tried to do. So, at
And
any
what it-
rate, I
What
do
it
know.
said is it's giving them till November 5th to file their briefs, and it detailed in very good detail exactly how they need to file said briefs.
Yes, when you get a ruling from the district court and you decide that you wish to appeal it, then you do have to go. You have to follow certain protocols to go up to the Court of Appeals. There's a timeline. There are briefing requirements that you have to follow and limitations that you have to follow. So basically, in at the Court of Appeals, the party that is appealing the ruling is going to be challenging issues such as, that there was a misapplication of the law, or some sort of evidentiary ruling, the district court or the initial court that heard everything, they're what are called the finders of facts. So whatever factual findings they made, like if they had saw two witnesses and they chose to believe one witness over the other, that's set in stone. That's the Court of Appeals does not get to change anything like that. What they're typically looking at is only the information from the initial hearing that the judge heard. And so you don't get to add in more evidence or anything like that when it goes up to the Court of Appeals. The record is the record, as of the judge's decision. So that information will go up to the higher court. Then the briefs are going to come in, and the party that is appealing is going to make their arguments as to why the district court was in error. And I don't know what their claims are going to be. I assume that it'll be that there was evidentiary issues. It's my understanding that they didn't supposedly get all their evidence in, or that
right. They missed filing deadlines. They didn't provide. They didn't provide a lot of the so-called evidence, and the attorney was asking for more time because he had a death in the family and was a caregiver to the person who passed away.
Well,
all the while handling other cases and going to court.
Yeah, I understand that. So the Court of Appeals can look at all that, but I mean, basically, if that's what his reasoning is, that's not the strongest case in the world. If they
they wanted more time to file the appeal. That's what they were going after. So basically, that's basically what this is doing. They have now till November 5th to submit their briefs.
Okay, and everybody's. It seems like, that they're giving them their shot at putting their brief in, and I guess we'll see where it goes from there. But it's never a strong circumstance when you've got a history of missing deadlines and not getting things in, which I understand, at least from my understanding, is what happened in the district court case also.
Right. So what are the odds? And I know it's probably, I don't know if you can even answer this, but I know how tough it is to appeal and to win an appeal, especially of this nature. Being that it's the first case like this in Pennsylvania, in that jurisdiction. Well,
I guess I'm not an odds maker, and again, I practice law in Minnesota, but not in Pennsylvania. But from my, I guess, somewhat limited knowledge of the case, it seems to me that I thought that both Granny and Barbecue's attorney did a good job, that the district court was very thorough and gave actually the other side plenty of they had missed opportunities with deadlines and that sort of thing. So I thought that they'd given them plenty of chances. Normally, any kind of appeals, most appeals fall by the wayside. Just because this is the first one, that may be one of the reasons that they took it to begin with, because that will, if it's a case like this, then that would be a case that'll set precedent for future cases. And so I can't be an odds maker on that, but I would say,
but three things can happen.
Okay, on an appeal, there are, three things that can happen. You can be affirmed by the higher court, which just means that they agree with the district courts or the lower court's decision. You could be reversed, in which case they don't agree, and then that ruling is out. Or it can be remanded, which means it goes back to the district court to do whatever the higher court said. In other words, they say that you didn't do one part of it right, or you need to change one thing, but they're not throwing the whole thing out. Okay. So that's the situation that both parties find themselves in. But I guess
I'm not.
You know,
I know nothing. I know very little about the law. I look everything up, but
yeah,
I did look up a lot of the judge's decision in this case was pretty thorough.
yeah.
So
Well, again, most appeals are affirmed. You know, I mean, when the Court of Appeals typically affirm most matters unless there's something, you know, that you really see out there where the law was totally misapplied. And for the party that's challenging this particular matter, they're starting from a bad point if they've missed a lot of deadlines and were given more and more chances, and then come into the actual hearing date and say, "Oh, by the way, we need more time." That's not a good look.
I didn't think it would be. I just wish that there was more that could be done for frivolous crap that's been going on all over the YouTube streets. And I'm sure it happens not just on the YouTube streets, because it wastes a lot of courts' time. And
Well,
having to deal with family courts, believe me, court's time is precious.
That is true. But I guess I can only say that if there are potential damages coming out of this case, they're not making the, you know, if it goes back to the district court to determine damages, the other side is not helping themselves.
There was damages, there was legal fees, and the judge
Well,
did leave it
you know,
open
it's
for other damages.
attorney's fees, but then you can also have, I guess I don't know what the limitations on damages are in Philadelphia, but you know, there was potential defamation done to Granny and Barbecue, and the emotional damage of having to deal with this, damage to reputation. So, you know, there's some danger, you know, and I think that's one of the things that the party that is challenging this, or the parties that are challenging this, are to some extent trying to, keep the clock going so that they don't have to deal with that. Hope that, you can keep on appealing and hope it all goes away, but it's not.
Well, some of the participants in this have filed additional legal action against Granny's Watching. Tony,
Yeah, I'm aware of at least one person
he is
doing
now
that.
suing her. Well, now
Tony?
BJ has also now served her with a C&D threatening to sue her and wants money.
Yeah, well, a C&D isn't, it's they stopped this, and basically it's somewhat like warning you that if I believe you're doing something that's inappropriate, and if you don't stop it, I may sue you. Now,
she's
you better have
demands. She wants.
Yeah, well, you can make all kinds of demands on a piece of paper. Those demands might not be. He might not be met.
Wouldn't that be considered retaliatory in nature, seeing as how two of the participants in the
I would leave,
injunction
frankly,
in Rico?
I'd leave some of that to the, grannies and barbecues or whoever gets served attorneys with that. Just the same as I understand there's another action that was filed in a jurisdiction out west. Mm-hmm. But,
Tony, yeah.
I think that, from what I know of the very limited knowledge that I have of the thing out west, that's probably not going to go well for the person who filed the case. And so far, this C&D that was filed,
is all goofy.
By Brittany is, it's like, okay, you filed it now. If Granny keeps on, she can choose to ignore that. You shouldn't be making demands. It should be like, okay, you're doing this. This is illegal. It's hurting me. Stop.
Right. That's what I thought too. You don't get into a bunch of stuff.
You don't provide your list of demands of what you want somebody to do. So, if she's going to follow up on it, then that's her prerogative. But again, then she's in danger of, as you indicated, it could be considered a frivolous or retaliatory lawsuit.
Right. because the C&D, Kathy, I just kind of heard or whatever. So saying all that stuff and then getting everything wrong about the video and who showed it and all this kind of stuff.
None of
yeah,
the
so-
accusations that she made against Clue
right.
were actually
And they
was
weren't
not
even
done by
accurate.
Clue.
Right. They weren't even accurate. So there we go. Right there. She already got it. See, again, here's Brittany. She says too much and does too much all the time, always. And then she ends up getting herself in trouble. Right. So she has to say this stuff, sends it to the wrong people. The accusations are wrong. Now Clue
And
would
then
have a right to
demands
say,
money.
right. And now you accuse me of this. I didn't even do it. So again, Brittany, and another thing too is I don't think she's even going to follow through with it. I think that she sent it out thinking she'd scare them, although she should know she's not going to scare Granny and Clue. But maybe she thought, well, I'll get him to stop. And then I'm actually going to follow through with YouTube. But then the C&D doesn't make any sense. So she's sending a C&D basically. She's not going to sue them, as we know, because it's so expensive to sue somebody, personally. And so I guess she sent the C&D hoping they would just be quiet to scare them, and then actually plans on going through with YouTube. Unless they don't say anything anymore, then was she going to do nothing? That would be my guess. If she would have scared them and they said, we're never going to bring up Brittany's name again, no matter what, then she'd just say, okay, sounds good, and then pocket the rest. I don't know. Because when I was looking up online, taking a channel down is pretty darn difficult, whatever company or whatever defamation defenders or whatever she's using, or they talk about taking down specific content, like maybe a video, right? Or this part of a video, maybe you could cut it out, like, cut out the 15 minutes where you talked about yada, yada. But as far as taking a channel down, that's pretty difficult because, think about a channel that has tons of videos about whatever, some other case, or maybe videos that are just fun talking about nothing. Why would you take those down? That doesn't make any sense. That has nothing to do with anything. You would pick out the specific ones. And then again, you'd have to prove that there was some sort of, defamation or, so I don't know, just from how I know Brittany, she won't spend a penny on anything. If it costs her, to put a stamp on there, she would definitely put that in as, sort of a, hardship, what is it, 27 cents, 47, whatever it is for a stamp.
Yeah, but it'd be a
and she would
fundraiser.
Right. I mean, that's what she's like, and so anything she can do herself. This is again, Brittany makes the stupidest decision. I've actually never seen a person try to lose their case. It's kind of shocking. She's trying to lose her case. I've never seen anything like it. I can't believe she would even tell her attorney about all this. Maybe she hasn't told them about this whole calling, the testing place and all this. It is absolutely ridiculous. The best thing you can do is say, hey, listen, I'm not using end of the story. I don't care who wants to cover it. You can, put it under whatever microscope, end of the story, just be done. Say nothing more. But this is the kind of stuff she does. She says more, potentially getting people in trouble along the way. Just like when she says, my kids are terrified of Granny, right? They're cowering in the corner. Nobody can leave the house, all this kind of garbage, right? So you say something like that, and then the kids go to school, right? I'm not saying this is going to happen, but this is a typical example. I was a social worker for years. So the kids go to school and they say, oh my gosh, someone wants to traffic us, or, because they hear this kind of stuff. Well, of course, the teacher's going to say, my God, what? You're getting emails, you're going to be trafficked. And so this is the problem. When you want attention on one end, because you want everyone to feel like your family's in danger, then the school's going to say, well, we got to be sure that you're keeping your children, your kids are cowering in the corner. Like, what's going on here? And kids hear what she says. And so if they go and say something, what if they get something screwed up with a case? Like they say something about, being buried, or, what I mean? And then it's like, well, someone wants to bury you. Like, it all gets very weird. And then they're going to talk with them and say, and then of course they'll probably say, well, then I guess we're going to homeschool, right? Because that was the talk for a while. Get the kids away from any sort of authority that might have to, make a report. It's so typical. This type of stuff is so typical. And then those poor kids, I'm not trying to talk about kids, but when you talk about paranoia all the time and you can't leave the house and stuff, and
right,
the gates and stuff.
To it all. They hear.
Of course they are.
I have
of
a
course,
7 and 10-year-old. I don't talk with one of them. They know nothing about my YouTube.
Right. Well, that's exactly.
I will not include them. Sorry, I mute a lot because I don't want them to hear.
Absolutely. They shouldn't even know who Granny's Watching is. They shouldn't even know who Illuminati is.
Mine don't.
Yeah, they shouldn't know any of that. Or maybe they know the name. That's it. My mom, whatever. But it's so weird. I mean, really, here's what I think one of the issues is. And I don't know this for sure, but my guess is that when Facebook came out and all this kind of social media, my guess is Brittany jumped to it. And sometimes when people aren't happy at home, they whatever, who knows? Maybe this is what I think. I think she got so involved with social media and this kind of stuff that she shares everything.
She's addicted.
She's addicted, yeah, and she shares everything. And she doesn't realize, and another thing is, we've known Brittany for a long time. So when she got her channel, she used to share a lot of stuff. This is when you weren't so worried about people coming out and saying things. So she's told us tons of personal things just personally in her channel. So when people are like, well, how do you know that? Because we literally heard it.
Yeah, it comes out of her
We
mouth
heard it
and
with
she
our
denies it. But I
Right.
have a question for your husband off topic
Sure.
about this. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, Bullscorn, the
Okay.
super zero of the green team, with her superpowers are exploitation and misinformation. I
Yep.
made her a superhero. She is green. She is
Right.
Bullscorn.
Right.
She has those protection orders. She
Yes.
appealed. It was the cases were I'm assuming kicked back down and reopened at the lower court level. Is that because they were coming up to be extended, or is it because the appeals court kicked it back down?
Okay, so which protection orders are you talking about, Kathy?
The ones that Bullhorn Betty
Oh,
has
Betty.
against her from Chris, Katie,
That's
and the
right.
Bauer Sox.
So, Rich, those are the order for protections that they have, that Chris and Betty have. Chris, Proudfoot and stuff. So, whatever happened with that again, Kathy? It was
She
it was
appealed. She
appealed
claimed
it.
She appealed it. However,
Okay.
the two, and this was after the grand jury decision, which made no sense because they said
Right.
she knowingly did harass them, so their decision made no sense. But
Right.
after that, then it came back. It was back down to the I guess the county level or whatever
District.
and
Yep.
it says the cases were reopened. Is it because they were coming up to be extended,
To be
or is it
extended.
because the appeals got kicked back down to the lower court?
Well, what did they? So the decision was it's going to be extended. You said, is that the word you said?
Well, yeah, because they were good for a year, so they are coming up for renewal,
Yeah, so
extension, whatever you would call it. So
So
the
what I'm
cases were reopened.
Okay. When you mean reopened, you mean the cases?
That's
You
what
don't
it
mean like
said. That's
okay,
what it
not a
said.
criminal case. You mean just the order was reopened? Is that what you're saying?
Those cases, yeah, it just says reopened. So,
So what I
does that mean that the appeal, because there was a huge chance that the appeals would get kicked right back down, and they
Sure.
wouldn't even hear it in the upper court?
Right.
Is it because of that, or is it because they were coming up to be renewed?
Well, what I'm thinking is that it was coming. I don't know this for sure, Rich, and Rich would probably say the same. If it's coming up to be renewed and there hasn't been anything now, has there been stuff since the order, Kathy? Has there been trouble since?
Oh, yeah, she's never.
Well, that's
shut
right,
up.
because
She
a
never
couple of those
leaves
things.
them alone.
That's
She's
right. Now, how
accused
long?
them of murder, of cutting him up, all
Right.
kinds of stuff.
So remember when all that stuff happened? Now, has there been anything since? Like, has there already been anything recent? I know that
Yes,
stuff happened.
nonstop.
Okay. Okay, so constantly. Okay, so then, because I was thinking that she did a bunch of stuff, but I thought that she'd been leaving them alone for a while. I thought she maybe we just don't hear much from Betty, right? She's still doing stuff.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so then when it comes to extend it, they probably are going to say, although they already know all the things that have happened. Usually, when it comes to extend it, like has the person left you alone, or maybe the first month of the order they weren't so great, but the last 11 months or however long the order.
Claiming she's moving to Tennessee, and she has told Craddock she is coming for his job, and he won't be having one.
Oh, okay.
She threatens him. She's threatened the judge. She's
Right.
the
here's
prosecutor. Everybody.
Right. But as far as like Chris, because I know
she's
what you mean.
threatening
That's okay. So the thing is, because they're only going to talk about the stuff with the order, like that's a whole different thing with the threats and stuff. If they want to do like criminal charges or whatever, those people could. But as far as like the order, they're only going to say, what have you done to Chris or said about Chris or Katie, or I don't know if it's the order for both of them. I don't really follow the Betty stuff. But yeah, when it comes to be extended, you have to prove that, Things have still been happening, which of course they have been. Now the appeal, Betty appeals
encourage people to contact Brinks and get Katie fired.
Oh, really? Okay. And they've got proof of that, right?
Yeah.
Is the order?
Live.
It's for Chris and Katie, right? The order's for both of them?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
And the Bauer Sox. Yes.
Yeah. So then that would be, I don't know why they wouldn't uphold that. It does make sense. Sometimes when you have an order and they'll just automatically extend it. Like, let's say there was a criminal thing or something. They're just going to automatically extend it. This person is already in jail. They did this, whatever. With this, of course, they've got X, you know, they have to be pretty recent, but yeah, if they're doing this, so I know that Betty's going to appeal everything because that's just, to Betty, this is a game. She's got nothing but time for this kind of stuff, right? Her full-time job is playing games and harassing and whatever, from what it sounds like. But I don't know. I mean, I know she was going to appeal it, but my guess is maybe they said, yeah, bring it back to district court and take it up there because there's been a bunch of violations. I don't know. But Betty's not going to, I mean, she just can't do that stuff. The problem is Betty's gotten away with so much for so long, you know?
Yes.
And so I think, you know what I mean? So when you tell somebody, you know, every day you give them a candy bar, one day when you don't, they're going to freak out, you know? But Betty's just going to, and just like the stuff with Queen and Betty, I'm not exactly sure what's all involved there. But Betty just wants to drag it out and drag it out. And she's doing this all
and she's
on her
made
own.
it clear. She said it herself. I'm going to keep doing it because I'm going to burn through the money.
Charge you money. Did Betty used to have an attorney at one point and now she does it on her own?
Talking about you making Queen pay for the attorney.
So she does still have an attorney right now? Or did she start doing her own stuff?
Absolutely. No. Betty
She
always
does.
has been pro se.
Because do you remember when she was doing a bunch of stuff herself? I suppose she was just trying to save money, huh?
She's still doing it pro se. And she's still
Okay.
messing up all the time and still
Right.
dragging everything out and still lying.
Right.
And
Right.
filing tons of frivolous, the paperwork she files is unbelievable.
So she's still just going.
She's
See, because
trying
we
to get
don't.
a restraining order against Queen's attorney because he
I heard-
answered her emails.
You know what's so funny? I thought that was so funny when Brittany will talk about how her attorney's like all freaked out or worked up about these phone calls. First off, if he's supposed to be like a bullying harassment expert, you think he'd be able to handle some phone calls, right? I mean, I would argue that's not bullying or harassing. I thought, could you imagine every time, especially criminal court, every time somebody called him that was angry because they were going to prison or something? I mean, what's he going to do? Tell his boss, I can't handle this. I have to go home. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand that. That's really weird if your attorney is afraid. You're not going to be getting orders against attorneys because they respond. And obviously Queen's attorney isn't like bothering her in the middle of the night or, you know, anything like that. It would all be very, you know, because I think Brittany tried to say that at some point too, like even maybe some of the, I don't know if it was all just frivolous calls or if maybe, I think she kind of made it sound like people be in trouble for contacting an attorney, even for legal, like if they literally were the other side with legal stuff. Well, how could you say that? You have to have a case. What is he going to say? I don't be bothered by Granny's attorney. Well, you know, you're the one that sent the C&D. I don't understand that. But no, what is wrong with these attorneys that they must not have very many cases that are very big, high profile, or I don't know. It just seems very sensitive to me that you'd be so worked up that a phone call or something would throw you for a loop. But
yeah,
maybe, I don't know. But no, you're not going to be getting orders against attorneys. I mean, everybody be doing that, right? Like, I don't like my ex's attorney.
And it's insanity. Why? Because
It is.
she kept trying to get him to give her advice and tell her what she was doing wrong when that's not his job. He's
Right,
Queen's
no.
attorney.
Right, exactly. Well, it's almost like, yeah, they're trying to find out what you're going to do, what the other person's angle is, or get some legal advice from that person, you know?
And what Betty does is look up legal documents and copy and paste. In fact, the original lawsuit was a lot copy and pasted from some of JLR's crap.
I think I remember that. So when she did that though, Kathy, did she have an attorney at that time?
No.
Okay, I didn't
She's
think
always
so. I was
been
going to
pro
say,
se.
because she was doing it all. Okay, so when she's asking for lawyer costs, for what lawyer?
In
The lawyer
Tennessee, as a matter of
Okay.
fact, she has a GoFundMe to pay her legal fees for her appeals and to fight these protection orders in Tennessee. But yet she herself sat there and stated, I used the lawyer fund money to pay for this trip to Arizona to go to Charlie's funeral.
Wow. Did people give her backlash and
Yeah,
say,
it's
hey,
on my
that's not
channel. I reviewed it.
really interesting? Because, you know, I always wondered if Brittany would try to do that too, like say, well, you know, indirectly, I had to get an oil change because it was my car that had to drive there, you know, because people could play those games, right? And then they want mileage, they want the federal amount of mileage, not that she's driven anywhere, but whatever with Betty. Or
But it clearly
even I had to get my hair done. What's that?
It clearly says in the rules that you cannot misappropriate the funds. That if you were
Well, that's what I thought.
specifically
That's what I
to
thought.
pay that lawyer fees for your appeals, then that's what the money goes to, not to plan a trip to Arizona.
Right. Not to get
And
your
then
hair
she
done
lied and
for the
told-
appeal. Yeah. Not to
she
buy a new
lied and said
outfit.
and she
Sure.
said it was for a family member.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, well, another thing too is, you know, you can't use, it's interesting because GoFundMe, you know, you can't use that for defense, you know, if you did something wrong. And to me, if you're appealing something, that's
a
very
defense.
different. Right. And yeah, see, that's a defense. To me, that's why I think that with Brittany, when people wonder about donating, here's one of the reasons I think as many people wouldn't want to donate to Brittany. They might like her. They might think she's the greatest person in the world. They might hate Granny Clue and the whole 9 yards. But here's the thing, it's not a winnable case. It's not a winnable case. So like, say that I thought Granny didn't have a very good case. I just wouldn't donate to her. I'd probably still say, hey, good luck. But I'd be honest with her and say, I don't think you're going to win. You know, Rich would say, you know, Jessica, I don't think it's going to work. You know, I mean, he thinks the judge did an excellent job. Like, talk about dotting your I's and crossing your T's.
Yeah, I thought so. And I looked up a lot about that decision. And yeah, like I said, I took business law back in college, you know, 40 years ago. But I at least take the time to look up statutes and stuff and try to understand a little bit of what I'm talking about. And that, I don't know, I compared rulings and that judge's ruling was spot on.
Absolutely. And it was just so, I mean, I think the judge was so shocked because here you've got these attorneys that, you know, sort of have this name or whatever and just did such a shoddy job. I don't know what that's about. What's going on with Nick or them, I don't know. That whole thing seems very weird to me. Maybe they thought it wasn't really going to go anywhere. I suppose they probably thought, let's just threaten them, do the whole thing, like, you know, for $500.
Exactly. They never expected any kickback at all.
Right. Wasn't that weird? I remember this is what I thought was maybe the craziest thing I'd maybe ever read, is when they had said something about like people that watch the channel down the line, like, you know, a year from now, whatever, any new subscribers can't bring up what? So you're going to pay $500 and then I have to tell all new people in my channel, please don't ever talk about this case or bring up Brittany Jackson. So what? That doesn't even make any sense, Kathy. That doesn't make any sense. What if someone 2 years from now came to Granny's channel and said, hey, didn't you have like this case against BJ or whatever, you know? Oh, I'm sorry. You can't bring that up.
And the thing is, the one doing most of the obsession and talking is BJ.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. That's what I just thought that was like crazy. And it wasn't even just like, you can't talk about, a lot of times people will say like, we don't want you to say like this thing. It's hard to say, don't say anything defamatory, because people's definitions of defamatory are very different. See, Brittany doesn't understand what defamation is. She doesn't understand. You can't just say, in my opinion, or allegedly. She doesn't understand when something is stated as a fact and when somebody has an opinion. Yeah, or a working theory. You know, I mean, I could, you know, a person could say, I theorize that she's, you know, using substances, right? Or that's my hypothesis, whatever is my working theory. You can say that, you know. You can't say, I swear to God she is, and I'm going to go tell her neighbors. That's a different story, right? You can't say I'm going to call her employer or something and say and especially because you are, you know, sort of a public figure, but you are. It doesn't mean you're a movie star. But it means that, you know, you're known. I remember Brittany saying one time, and this is probably the most honest thing she ever said, that it's easier to deal with all of it when you get paid more. And if you hear movie stars, they'll say the same thing. They'll say, listen, used to drive me nuts when people were stood outside my parents' house. Then I made enough money, I didn't really give a shit. Because one, we could afford bodyguards, right? And you just don't really care because, you know, you can have different houses, you can have, you know, and so it does make sense. So Brittany, she's kind of like, the hardship is so terrible for me unless I get a bunch of money. And then it's giggly and fun and good times, just like we heard earlier on your channel, right? And so that's, you know, so she's right. So it's almost like this is really bad, but if I make enough money, she'd let it go. Do you think she cares about this kind of stuff? If she made enough money, she could care less. Mm-hmm. You know, but her money's gone. I don't know if her money's gone down. I think that her numbers, more people are catching on. I review her enough. That girl is raking in them super chats, and she did it again today with her victim shtick. But do you think, Kathy?
Since I started reviewing her numbers have grown. Her sub count has grown and her donations have grown.
Well, this is what I was wondering about. So do you think, okay, so sub count could be, you know, some people hate watching, whatever. Do you think that more people have caught on and that the donors are just giving more money? Maybe not as much.
Some of them are there for the shit show. Yes.
Yeah, I think some are there for the shit show. And I think that maybe instead of getting $5 from a bunch of people, she's getting 50 from Brenda or whatever. I mean, Ben George, I don't think is giving all that much money anymore. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, I think you're right. I think that, because you know what happens with Brittany?
Behind the scenes, she's known for going behind the scenes.
Oh, and she'll ask people for money. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, she will. I think with Brittany too, is that
she couldn't do that even with what I'm going through.
My God.
Never reach out to people that were decent enough to send me a super chat and
Right.
ask them for more money. I couldn't do it.
Well, it's just a recipe for disaster because even if
Yeah.
you say you ask somebody for money, and then let's just say they weren't upset with you, but they just happened to say to somebody, oh, I'll have money on this date because Brittany will pay me back. Oh, you borrowed money to
Right.
Brittany? See how that can be trouble? And then they
Yeah,
tell
no.
somebody who says, oh yeah, and it could maybe even be like not even a nefarious thing, but that's the kind of shit that happens. Someone tells someone who tells somebody, and then it gets back, and then Brittany denies it, or it says, oh, the person owed them money. It just turns into such a
Yeah.
damn mess. I can't even imagine Granny being like, hey, could I,
Should I
that
get
seems
gas
strange to
money
me.
today? Yeah, no.
I just can't
couldn't do
imagine
it.
I can't imagine either modding for
couldn't
someone
do
where I'm
it.
signing NDAs and they're getting me
Nope.
involved and all shit. They're talking to me every single day on the phone.
I've never
Chats and
ever
secret.
talked to most
No.
of my mom. I actually, outside of YouTube, we've never. But maybe we should have a mod meeting. It's been over 2 years. I've never even had
Sure,
a mod
right.
meeting.
Right.
I
And
don't
you're
have
not
the right
sit-
to ask them to give me any more time than they already do.
Than they already do. Exactly. It's like they're already not getting paid. And then when you do,
Right.
you're talking about like what direction the channel is going to go. Maybe what things you're noticing with subs that they like or don't like. You're not saying like, did you hear that this person got divorced and their kid is all pissed off and wants to sue them? What is going on? That is very strange to me.
I'm not about. I don't rock with this frivolous court shit either.
Right.
I have dealt with family courts in multiple states for 20 plus years fostering.
Yes.
I know how bogged down the courts get, and I
Oh,
know
yeah.
what happens because of the bogged down. No, thank you. No, thank
Right.
you.
Right.
I'm
Well, and I
going to
think
file
too,
frivolous court action over some YouTube drama.
oh,
Get
it's
out.
ridiculous.
When you're the
And the courts,
catalyst in it all.
and the thing is,
Please.
she's here voluntarily. The thing is
Mhm.
Brittany and Craig have got to be frantic because this is their thing. I mean, they can't probably do a whole lot of. I don't know if they can do it. I shouldn't say that. They don't have experience, certainly any recent experience with an occupation. I don't
And
think
that
they have
blows my
much for.
mind. They are so young yet.
Yeah,
They
formal
could build
education.
a heck of a life for their family. Instead,
Absolutely.
he's happy with his wife grifting on YouTube.
And then I
My
heard
husband
recently.
wasn't
Yeah.
perfect, but he
Sure.
was mine. He would have.
Of course.
That would have never happened. That man was working the day he died.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I think too that I think I heard something recently about Brittany saying like she wasn't going to send the kids to college. I think maybe somebody asked about a college fund. Yeah, I understand that people's situations are
Yeah,
different.
you can't always do college funds.
Sure,
but
you
that
can't
doesn't
always do
mean
that.
You don't
But to
send them
say-
where there's a will, there's a way.
Exactly. Right. Doesn't mean you don't send them. There's
Right.
scholarships or I don't know what grants look like these days. But yeah, just to say you're not going to send them. Here's the difference is some people want their children to do better than them and some kind of don't or don't expect anything different or maybe even jealous. That's weird to me. But but the thing is kids learn what they live. They so anybody that's going to say, sure, there are exceptions. You get people that have horrible parents and they end up winning the Nobel Peace Prize, right? Is it super common? No, it's just not. Because you surround yourself. I mean, if you want to know who you are, look at who you hang out with, right? And
Very true.
they either hang out with nobody, each other, or it's real weird.
I can't see making my 10-year-old, or she's 10 and a half and she thinks she's grown. But
Mhm.
I can't see bringing her on here to question her about YouTube
Oh, my
drama. I could never do
it's-
something like she wouldn't know anything about the YouTube drama, didn't even know there's hater channels.
Absolutely. Well, and that's the kind of stuff. And again, I used to be a social worker and I would argue, I mean, obviously hitting your kids and things like that are horrible, but it's a very specific thing. And usually you can do something to stop that. The real damage, the long-term damage, and again, I'm not talking about beating someone all the time, but the long-term damage is all this psychological crap.
Yeah.
Not knowing from minute to minute, is mom going to be happy because she made a bunch of money or is she going to be crabby because she got in a YouTube fight? And so you're always walking on eggshells. I mean, I've heard people say, I'd rather have it be bad all the time than good on Tuesday, terrible on Wednesday, horrible on Thursday, who knows what Friday's going to look like. And everything is contingent upon how much money they make. It's almost like working on commission. Not to mention they don't have a 401k, which again, a lot of people don't, but they're still young enough that they could get a job and accrue some money. I mean, it's not going to be, I don't know, it's like health benefits,
In this world, you could do a lot. I wish we would have had social media when I was, in my 20s and early 30s.
Sure. Absolutely. And I think too, like social media, like for me, so when I found out about this MySpace or whatever, because my daughter's mid 30s, she was she had an account, but whatever. She wasn't really into that. But
I had a MySpace. I didn't post much, but I had a MySpace.
Sure. But you were how old, Kathy?
MySpace.
How old were
in
you
my
when you had
30s.
that?
Well, I'm 62.
Right. So
I
you
was
were an
in my
adult.
30s. Yeah.
Right. It's not like you were 16 with a
Oh, hell
MySpace
no.
account. And that's where the trouble comes in, is you get people who don't, like Marissa, she went on to get her, degree and master's and worked abroad and whatever. She lives in Spain now. But I always said to her, anything you put down on there, just hand it to your new employers.
Yeah.
Just hand it to the school you want to be accepted to, because they will absolutely look at it. And this is when it all first started. And we just knew. I remember I looked at Rich and he looked at me like, hell no. Because even something innocent, right? It's just going to someone, especially when you're young. Maybe as an adult, you can be appropriate. You're
That's
young.
why
You
I
want to.
don't use YouTube for what I'm going through now.
Oh,
Because of
absolutely.
what they would, what some of these idiots could do. I've got to fight for my husband's benefits that were his
Right.
with the company he worked for years.
Hmm.
They are
Yeah,
denying everything.
that's the kind of thing and that's the kind of thing too, like, oh God, you say something and then the wrong person sees it, right? And then it's like, turns into something like Kathy's harassing this company. There's some big,
Or no, just
lawsuit.
how the people are, oh, well, she's
Right.
just trying to get money. She's trying to exploit.
Right.
No,
Everything
those
has
were
to be
his benefits
fantastic.
that he paid into for all those years that he thought.
Right. Right.
And I mean, I'm not asking for anything that isn't rightfully his. I don't want
Sure.
anything above and beyond that.
Right. It's very,
I've got
very.
two little kids that we adopted that I got to take care of.
Oh, okay. Well, I think too, Kathy, I think that, and that's, what's really hard about that is I think that people that are isolated, if they don't have like friends in real life or really good YouTube friends they can trust, or a therapist or whatever, they really come here with that stuff. And it's okay to bring up some. But
to be able to have some of my
Yes.
people email or, write letters to them and say, but I'm afraid of what would come out of it. So
I know.
The lawyers, I'll go down there by myself and hold my sign.
And that's all you can do.
And
I think
hope that it'll draw some community attention because it's a big employer,
Right.
big employer with a lot of private federal contracts, but they're also a nonprofit.
Sure. Oh, they are. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think, I guess it just kind of depends on the age too, but I just, I don't know how anybody can feel good about themselves if they're looking at all this stuff on Instagram. And I mean, I'm assuming everybody puts their, happy face on, and just like when people go, I've heard Brittany say this, look at this, these people, they wear matching pajamas. Can you believe this person would murder someone? Well, just because someone's a murderer doesn't mean they never wore pajamas.
Yeah, really. That doesn't.
It's so strange to me,
Just because you look a certain way, that's not going to tell me what kind of person you are. I never judge people by how they look.
No.
That's not going to tell you what somebody is inside.
Right, right.
They can be the most beautiful on the outside and the ugliest thing you'd ever want to see on the inside, or vice
absolutely.
versa.
And vice versa, exactly. So I just thought that's what's strange to me is she covers true crime sort of in quotes, but that's so odd to me when she'll be like, what's that?
They don't believe in schooling. They think school indoctrinate. Oh, I can't even talk.
Right.
People, huge
Facebook. Well, I don't know who the kids are going to trust because vaccinations are wrong. Medication, Craig says it's anti-medication. It's all big pharma. Schools you can't trust. Nobody who's a mandated reporter. Child protect. I mean, not that you need to be best friends. I highly doubt that. I don't know how they feel about cops. Oftentimes when you've had the cops over, so then they don't like them
scared, thinking that if the cops come, CPS is coming with them to take you away from me.
Yes,
those are her own words.
Craig's channel was taken by the Russians, so not only are they afraid of people in the United States, they're fucking afraid of people across the country. It makes no sense to me. But I've never working with these.
She puts it out here, and then of course people are going to do. I have never went after anyone's children, and I won't. It's what she said and done. It's not about them. It's about her.
No. It's just, that, and you'll notice too, like as they get more gear, as she's making more money and they get more geared up, it's almost like a manic type state. And then they play off each other and then everybody's paranoid about everybody. Before you know it, you can't trust, and everything's a conspiracy, right? Sometimes there's just a thing that happens. Sometimes a person goes to the, gas station, they rob the person, they shoot them. It's horrible, but the government was behind it. The Russians had nothing to do with it. It's just a bad person who did that. It's a bad thing. But she just can't accept that in any case. I remember back in the day, it could be like just cut and dry, and somehow like CIA or something. And then you find yourself going, wait, now I think she's going to run she's in a weird position because I understand that her Patreon is kind of a crazy wild talk. And then she comes to YouTube and doesn't do that. Well, don't the YouTube people either.
She started one of them.
Yeah, because she'll say things like,
I'll talk about that Kirk.
Yeah, right. She'll go, I'll talk on that on my Patreon. Because kind of like, we're going to say some crazy UFO shit over there. Well, don't the YouTube people
Hey,
find out about
KJ.
Patreon? What's that?
I was just saying hi.
Yeah.
KJ.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's why she started that page. She said she's going to put all her Charlie Kirk content in there.
Right.
She can't share it on YouTube.
Right. And so people are going to say,
So
well, this isn't the same
imagine.
person. They believe this over here. So when I'm on this panel, I believe all this crazy stuff. But then when I go on this platform, I'm going to keep it more. Because, you know, if you look at her people, they'll go there a little bit. When you start to get too crazy, they'll be like, yeah, you know, she kind of has to read them. My guess is her Patreon people, they're probably the ones that are real kind of wild about into that stuff anyway. But they're going to talk to the people on YouTube. It's going to be found out. So, you know, it's like if I took a stance over here, I guess it's not an opposite stance, but it's going to look weird. Like here, I think maybe a different government is involved, but then I come on YouTube and say, oh, you know, was there parenting or, you know, whatever. It just seems weird to me. Again, Brittany doesn't know who she is, which is why she asked for advice for everything. What should I take for my headache? Someone has to tell her. What should I, what kind of pots and pans should I buy?
She's very
what kind of
dependent on social media, on her chat.
right.
She's very dependent.
And she does, yep. She doesn't know who she is. She has, I mean, I've seen her ask advice for things like, you know, how long should I boil the noodle? You know, and different thing to ask that on occasion, but I don't know how she does anything during the day. That's probably why she talks to her mods all day.
I don't think she sleep. And I'm sorry, but it is what it is. It's been said. It's been said on her own channel. He's even said it. She has they sleep a good bit of the day, so.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's what happens when you're up all night.
Absolutely, up all night, sleep all day. And again, you know, if that's what, because people will say, what about if you work the nights? You know, okay, fine, I get that, right? However, experts do say that.
For years, I worked 11 to 7,
right,
12 to 8.
Right.
So
and it's not the best on your body.
Yeah,
right.
No, but we did it so that one of us could always be with our
exactly.
son.
And you got your body used to it
for a few hours after he went to school. And then I'd get up around lunchtime, do what I needed to do. And sometimes if I was lucky, I'd get a cat nap before work. But that's what you got to do. You
go
know?
work the night thing, yeah. And then there's a way to do it. You know the schedule. Your kids know the schedule. It doesn't vary all the time, which is why they have to keep you sort of on nights they're supposed to keep you blank many months, your circadian rhythm. It isn't great for people to work overnights, but there are jobs that, you know, emergency room doesn't stop at 5 p.m.
Yeah, I ran on it.
But
I was the first female medic in my area. I was believe me, I did 12-hour shifts, 24-hour shifts. You go when you go to work, you know?
And you got to do it, you know? And so but the kids know what to expect, right? You know, you'll be gone for this many hours. I mean, my guess is you weren't working 6 hours one time, 12 hours the next, 4 the next. With Brittany and Craig, you never know. Is she going to rage quit? Is she going to be on live? Well, my mom's going to be live for 2 hours or 19, right? I mean, what's going to go on here? They never, here's what I believe. I believe they never know what to expect because you know what? We don't know what to expect. We don't know what she's going to do from minute to minute, right? I can't even believe that she did that phone call.
I'm not surprised. I've said from the get-go, I don't know why she keeps saying they and them. Don't group us all together. Number one, I've stood on what I've said from the get-go. She was going after restraining or C&Ds, and she was going to be forwarding C&Ds with some type of letter from the attorney to YouTube trying to get people's channels taken down. I've stood on that from day one. I'm not changing it. I don't believe that what she has put out, the 2 C&Ds that she has put out, cost her $10,000 or $8,000. But the amount is incorrect because the first 2 to 3 days of saying I got an attorney and I've already paid him and it's processing on my card.
Right.
She was collecting funds through PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and YouTube.
Oh, any way you could get it.
She was scared to put out the link for the GoFundMe or...
Oh, sure she was. Absolutely. Because then you have to kind of follow some guidelines, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah. You can't say you bought an outfit and it costs this much because you had to go to court. But yeah, you have to follow some rules. And I think that that's not easy for... Another thing is everything Brittany does is very half-assed, you know, loses the addresses, loses the numbers, then finds them, then puts them on the wrong thing and sends them to the wrong people and everything. Oh, she probably had an email problem. It's probably full or her internet. It is always something. When she has a bad day, it's the worst day. Yes. And it's so intense. Like she doesn't just get to have a flat tire. What's that?
She actually, what made me really mad about that is when she finally did put out the link for the Gives and Goes, which we all know where she copied that from.
Sure.
She acted like and alluded to the fact that the fundraising she had already done prior to putting up the fundraiser didn't go with that. Wasn't
Sure. Yeah.
I'm like, what you did?
Yeah.
Some of I still have it on my channel. Some of the donations that came in said it was for legal fee to help
Sure it
with the
was.
attorney, but yet you're going to keep that. So if you add that, she collected over $10,000.
Well, here's what I can't
my
believe
opinion.
when people talk about substance use, oh, this red flag and that red flag, and again, whatever, that's not. But how about the fact that they have nothing to show for all the money she made in just the Kylie Rodney case? Are you kidding me? Where'd that money go?
She'd shit herself if she had to deal with what my YouTube check.
Oh, really? I don't know what I'm not
I'd
looking.
have no worries. Trust me, if I was making what she was making, I would be like, I wouldn't have gave up my vehicle. I'd be okay.
Right.
I wouldn't be worrying about this shit, you know?
One of the first telltale signs for me, oftentimes, even before I start seeing the physical stuff, and again, I'm not saying I don't know or really care, quite frankly, but is when people are flying through money like no one's business.
I mean, I don't care what she makes. Go, girl.
So I don't
I've told
either,
her
but
that
where is it?
times. Make your money. Do
Right,
you.
but where's it? But
It's
where's
the
it going?
manipulation.
Right, because when there's nothing,
the way you go about it, that's the issue.
Oh, sure, yeah, and the way you obtain it, absolutely. But when you know somebody that's making, I don't know how much a month, whatever, you're thinking like, well, one thing is they're not planners; they're very right now, so it's kind of like a 17-year-old.
She's bringing in $5,000 to $6,000
right
a month,
and they buy watches and still big screen TVs and what have you.
And
Sure,
that all happened right when she got all that money. Those first couple days.
Right,
that she was collected before she actually had a fundraiser. Next thing you know, new computer, new watch, new this, new that. And then she's going to have the nerve to call Queen a scammer.
I know.
Queen's lawyer is constantly having to do something because of Betty. That's money. That's ours billed.
Absolutely.
There is plenty of proof that Queen has an attorney who's working his butt off, constantly having to combat Betty. Betty's frivolous hundreds of pages of filings, the constant emails,
Yeah, it's always something. And interestingly enough, it's from the people who, I don't know Betty that well, but my guess is she's really cheap, right? She's probably another one that, spending $1 on a coffee, she, just, would try to get it down to 50 cents or, kind of bargain with people. These are really cheap people that if they had to spend anything, they'd go nuts, but they have no problem expecting Granny and Queen and whatever, to pay this kind of money.
And Granny's clearly got an attorney, a very good attorney. Those attorneys cost money. I don't believe either one of them ever scammed for anything. I believe that money is really being used.
Oh, of course, I think it is too. Oh, I mean, I know it. Yeah. I mean, I know. Yeah. It's just very hard to reason with people because with Craig and Brittany, I mean, they're really their mindset. It's very much, they don't think about things like owning a home, right? Or equity or putting something
because they
into
never had to do it because it was he always lived.
Okay. Exactly.
I'm going to say something. People are going to get pissed, but I don't care. He's always lived with his dad. Always lived off his dad.
Yeah.
Everything was handed to them. They didn't have to work for it. Granted, it may not be much of a house to some people, but it's still a house. Do I think it
absolutely.
looks dark and dingy? Did they keep it dark and dingy? Absolutely. I don't get why. She tells people to go out and touch grass, to go out and breathe the air. When that bitch don't even do it. I mean, whatever. She tells every aspect of her life, but you never hear anything that her family members are involved in extracurricular activities outside of that house.
And then when you do hear, what I think is so funny, when you do hear something, then it's really over the top, right? So, I mean, at least it'd be more believable if you're like, hey, we went to the Y for something because you went and did one thing. So now she's gone from gates and fences and nobody leaves the house, kids in the corner cowering, right? Everybody's afraid. And then a couple of days ago, she's like, oh, they do this and they do that. It's like, we go to camp and they go to this. No, they don't. You've never talked about that before, except for now when people are saying, and again, whatever she does with her kids, whatever. But the thing is, let's get real. You live in a dark home, dreary, kind of messy, you got your phone to keep you happy for a while and your watch, but that only, look at people who are multimillionaires. They even get kind of sick of it. So you can only buy so much stuff, right? If you're not okay with yourself and you're not okay with your partner in your life, it's just a bunch of stuff. Yeah. It just doesn't mean anything anymore.
Betty gets all this outrageous stuff on her wish list. It's not because she's going to use any of that equipment. That's what makes Betty feel like she's somebody to have all that crap around her that she's never going to use. And that somebody else bought it for her. She didn't need a $4,000 camera. Then turned around and said, I can't use the camera till I get this special $1,200 lens.
Right. And I think too, a lot of times, like from what I've noticed, when I was a social worker, there's sort of the culture of poverty. And so I would meet with people and they would have like literally I had a family that had walls falling down and there was a raccoon, I think a squirrel, kind of by the baby's crib. And but they had a brand new big screen TV. You know, this is when big screen TVs were, and that's what they did with their taxes. You know, it's like diaper, TV. And I get it because they grew up like that. And for people that a status, it's really important to have like tires,
was never,
right, rims and
never
tennis shoes,
figure it
because you
out,
can show people that stuff. Yeah, you look really showy. And people that would they didn't want to bring friends to their home because their home was really crappy, but hey, I can wear a super cool shirt or jeans. And so my guess is that Betty, I think, was probably brought up. My guess is she brought up pretty poor. And so that's what happens.
Betty wasn't though.
Oh, she wasn't. I thought she said something about what didn't she say Skid Row and stuff? That's interesting.
Betty, and then she turns around and says, well, you know, she had a silver spoon in her mouth. She had a house.
She did
this and that.
So I wonder why stuff still matters to her so much.
Because that's what makes her feel like she's always been intimidated by the people around her, i.e. her family members. So she hangs out with the extent to copy part of her mom was the one who worked for a judge, not Betty.
Okay. So she hangs out with people that have more.
Is the one who's a real news anchor, is the real media.
So they've actually been professional. They're not bothering people and they're not getting orders against them and this kind of shit. Yeah. So I mean, and really, rightfully so, Betty.
The problem child.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of legit. It sounds like, you know. And so
say what you want, BJ, about CPS. I know how CPS works.
Oh yes.
Don't tell me there was not some type. We call them care plans here in Florida. Don't tell me there wasn't some type of care plan to remedy the violations they found, and I do believe they found them. You did not have running water in the house. You did not have mattresses for the kids to sleep on. Within 24 to 48 hours, all of that was being worked on. You even said how Craig did all the work as far as cleaning up the house. Stop it. You think people are stupid, and that's why you get what you get because of what you do.
Well, it's like you don't do anything. You never leave the home, right? You say you can't leave the home. Your life is totally changed. You can't have your everyday. And then all of a sudden you're buying beds and getting paint. And oh my God. I mean, come on. What spurred that, you know? And great. You know what? Hey, listen, as long as things can get whatever the push needs to be.
Something good came out of it at least because the water got fixed, the place got cleaned up, the kids got beds. I think that's a win-win.
Of course it is. Here's the thing. I don't know.
Insult. Maybe she just needed that help.
Sure. Child protection.
That nudge.
Right. Child protection is not, people think child protection is coming out and removing your kids.
No, I mean, 90 want to do.
Right. 90% of the time.
Reunification is pushed to the ends by these family courts. That's why
if anything, so long. If anything, enough children are probably not being removed. So people say they're just going to come in. They're not going to come in. First of all, legally they couldn't. Another thing is
to keep the family together.
Right. And somebody had said, like, well, couldn't they get, like, what if they use their money for a CPS attorney? Well, you're given a public defender. I mean, they have to give you an attorney. And I'm assuming even though they probably make too much money, sometimes you can say, pretty much if the county's coming after you, they're supposed to pretty much provide an attorney. You know, I mean, that state or the county, whatever. And so she doesn't need expenses for that. So if she tries to say that, that's silly. But, you know, they would usually do like, case plan, and they would come back within, they've got these time limits, you know, come back within this period of time. But so many hours to get a bed, or maybe not even hours. Like next time we come out, we want to be sure you've got a couple beds. They're pretty reasonable.
From a couple days to a week to 30 days to rectify situation, depending on what they found.
They can tap into funding.
Pictures of woodwork. There's a reason.
There's a reason for that. Yeah.
Standard.
It's not because the worker wanted to get the same crown molding or something.
Multiple states. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's just, and I just use common sense, you know, in every county, she lives in a smaller county. It sounds like they absolutely can, they've got different funding. It doesn't have to come out of the general. Sometimes there's, every organization, we would have, you know, really rich people in town that would get a bunch of money.
Funding available
to of course, because you're never supposed to use child protection as a financial thing. So you're not supposed to come out and say, hey, because you can't afford this, we're taking your kids. They're supposed to say, how can we try
to rectify it?
Right. Let's try to help you. And then let's be sure that your situation is resolvable. That's the biggest thing, is your situation has to be resolvable. So if you say, hey, I need so much money for a down payment, sounds good. However, what are your monthly payments going to be, right? If they're going to be way over your budget, then you can't live there. Everybody knows that, right? I can't live in a place that costs this much per month if I only make this month. And so all they're trying to do is make your situation livable. You know, those people that every month they need more money, can't keep doing that. There's a never ending thing. You have to live in a place that's, but yeah, it would be like, get some beds and do this and that. And then they could say, we'll come back into court, but it's
And
not
they don't
like they
care
come
if
in.
your house is spick and span or
No,
not. Just livable.
no.
Just
You wouldn't believe
livable.
some of the places I went to, thought,
Oh yeah,
wow,
I could. I
but then
could.
again, we would pay for services to come clean the place up. But then again, we wouldn't do it every month. We'd say, listen, this is going to get you started. And then we'll come in periodically to maybe, see how it's going.
I've seen CPS even bring in workers to teach the women how to maintain the house, how to
Absolutely.
clean, how to do laundry,
Absolutely.
how to
I would
cook, anything
Sure.
to keep the family together.
I would bring
Unfortunately, in
children
that
to meet
case-
their parents in prison. I would bring children to go
yeah.
see their parents in prison. And they
Oh,
probably
yeah.
weren't going to be
And
out for
as a
40 years.
foster, You
Right.
have to do that.
Yes, you do as a foster parent. So people, whenever people say, another thing too is like, again, I'm not saying people should be calling child protection, but listen, a couple child protection calls, if it's so terrible that the county just doesn't know what to do, the workers aren't saving people, if children are dying because they're getting so many calls about Brittany Jackson, ridiculous. Of course, the county would say, listen, they talk to their county attorney and they'd say, what do we need to do about this, right? Who are these calls coming from? They would document, but people act like, child protection, they're going to have to, close down services. Stop it. Why is everything
don't
so
frivolously
crazy?
call. Don't
No,
do
of
that,
course
because
not.
it does
But here's the thing.
waste
If you do,
resources.
let's say that somebody does, right? I would never do that, especially because I know what they will and won't do. But let's say you do call, right? If you call with a legitimate concern, now some people get a little more worked up, right? They say, well, they think this is where child protection would say, not too concerning. But if you do and you have a legitimate concern, that is not a false report. A false report is, I saw this happen in this county, but you were in Florida at the time, right? And this happened in Oklahoma. Couldn't be because you weren't there. That's completely false and ridiculous. But if you say, I'm worried about the condition of a home and the condition of a home isn't good, we know they're not going to remove your kids for that. But there are people, I remember I had a teacher that used to call in about everything, God bless her. But I'd be like, yeah, that probably, I'll note it. I can do like a paper trail. That's important. But okay, we can kind of work on that. So, but still, I can't say that teacher didn't have concerns. They really did. They didn't call in and say something that's completely, someone got smashed across the face and they never did. That's a false report. It was pretty rare that we would get those kind of reports because it's just so easy to figure out. Right? If you didn't do this and there's a video camera showing you didn't do it, but so the thing is, people can call with that. I wouldn't, because nothing will become out of it, but they'll figure out who it is eventually. So Brittany's saying, if she's trying to say they have to hire new workers for just her calls or some stupidity, it's ridiculous. Use your brain. It's ridiculous. And the county attorney, they would support the county, whatever, social services, and they would say, here's the deal. What are we going to do about this? And another thing is, I don't know. Just the stuff that Brittany says, I have a hard time. I don't know. I guess I don't know what her demographics are. My guess is that maybe she's got some older people and they oftentimes have some health problems.
It didn't take me, but and I'm sick of her lumping everybody together. I started reviewing Brittany Jackson, BJ, because of her Sebastian Rogers case. Had nothing to do with Granny or anybody else. It was what her and her panels were putting out here. That's what started me reviewing Brittany.
Right. But somehow, Granny had something to do with, just like these people. There was a person not long ago, was it a creator in a chat? I can't remember if it was a creator or whatever in a chat. And they were saying the reason they found out about BJ is because they worked with people with religious manipulation. These channels are kind of like televangelists, so to speak.
Well,
and
she does do that. She uses religiosity.
Yes, she does. She does. And that's now I don't know these people from Adam, and neither does Granny or anybody else. They're from a totally different. How could I have? Hey, are there any creators out here that cover religious manipulation? Can you bother Brittany yet? What? It makes no sense. But see, they've decided that everything's a conspiracy. So they think like we know everybody on the platform. We're getting people like, I'm going to get PewDiePie to come after you because you play too many video games. It's crazy. And you know what? It starts as kind of
all part of her shtick even before she had a channel, when she was just a sub and a mod.
Which is why she always says, do not go watch that. If you guys go watch that, that's offensive to me. And if you're seen in there, you're going to be publicly ousted, right? So a lot of people say, I'm not even going to watch it because you know what? By watching it, it is so offensive to her. I'm not even going to let my eyes look at it because by doing that, and I think that I know that some of her people do that. I remember not looking at a lot of stuff. And then as I started to see it, I'm like, oh God. I mean, I was concerned about Brittany to begin with. And then I was like, oh boy, but she doesn't want you to see that stuff. For the longest time, I didn't look. I'm like, well, whatever they're saying, they're jealous, because she's doing so well. And I would beg her, Kathy, don't do drama. She said drama was too much, kind of having a breakdown. This is what she does.
Even
then, oh my God, she can't handle it.
To tell her.
Right.
Ignore her.
her,
You don't have to respond to every little thing. But
right, but she
that's
can't.
her bread and butter. And
She can't
she's
not
so
do it.
obsessed with the
Yep.
drama. She
Right. Well,
can't
this is
get
her
out
whole
of
life.
it. Yeah.
This is their whole life. Yep.
Yeah.
Which is why her attorney, I mean, he
And I
could
think
not.
that's sad.
It's very sad. He could not beg her not to say something about. He couldn't beg her. This is how you know it's sick, is that you're literally losing your case. You're losing your case. This is so important to you that you're, and she's such a money person. You think she'd really want to be sure she's getting all her money's worth. She's losing her case every time she opens her mouth.
I don't
And
believe
all
she's paid
this.
this attorney all that money. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
don't.
yeah,
I've
that whole
always
thing
believed
is
she's had one. I've never said it was that she didn't. I've always
right.
said stood on what I said, but I don't. And if by chance the attorney is really charging her that kind of money,
Ridiculous.
ooh,
Yeah.
girl, yeah,
Yeah.
you've been
I don't
had.
know
You've
anybody,
been
I don't know
played.
any attorney in the world that would ever say they have test results put out. But see, her, it's so important for her to prove somebody wrong that this is going to
And she
override.
knew who to pass it to.
Sure.
And
Because
she
it's
knew
right
that they
now.
would pass it to
Right.
exactly who she wanted. And she
Right.
knew that that person would go live.
No,
I
no
didn't do
thinking
it.
about.
I didn't give it to no one.
Right.
I didn't tell Moon to do it. But
Yes.
you knew by giving it to
Right.
Kelsey that Kelsey was gonna, and you already laid the foundation.
Right.
You put the bug in the air, make sure you pass this on, And you knew
Right.
that giving it to Moon would make Moon go live. She knew.
Well, sure. And then it's a perfect setup because then what's interesting? She doesn't think about planning for the future, but she's always playing an angle for the future, right? So
Yeah.
now it's set up that if her and Moon ever get into it, you know what? She put my medical stuff out. And I was under so much duress at the time because I got all this stuff going on. I didn't give her permission to. Now I want to
Yep.
sue her, right? I'm not saying I'm just saying that this is the kind of stuff,
Or
right?
use it to
And
play
then,
victim. I was attacked
sure,
again. Look at me.
absolutely. If she only
Yep.
planned like that for things like, her kids' education or whatever, but that's not the plan. The planning is all about YouTube and it's right now. So yesterday in that moment, she felt validated, never thinking what that's going to mean a month from now, 2 months from now. Who would ever put out anything personal like that? The only place you ever give that to is to court, to a judge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't give that to anybody else in the world. And it seems like if you got nothing to hide, right? If my triglycerides are fine, why can't I show them? Just don't. Somehow it's going to hurt you. And then once you do that, guess what? You'll do more. You're going to put out more. You put out a personal message, then you're putting your medical stuff out. Holy shit, just put your social security number out at some point.
Yeah.
It's just
she
that
brought
ridiculous.
that up today too.
Did she?
Oh,
What'd she say?
I'm gonna cover that because it has my social security number on it. I was like, oh dear Lord. But it is,
And again,
I have to I gotta get my little settled down.
Oh, good. Yeah. No, but I think, you know what, Kathy, you're right. Here's the thing. This is all going to play out fine. There's no way. I mean, I'm telling you right now that the order's going to stand. I don't care who they appeal it to. And so I have no concerns about, I know that people worry about it and stuff, but this makes all the sense in the world. They want to look at it. It's fine. But
Granny
so I'm just hoping.
Clue got this.
Oh, yes.
And I know eventually Queen is going to get her justice as well.
Yes, she will. Yes, she will. And the thing is, I know that in the moment it's not good. And in the moment it's hard, easy for me to say because I'm not in it.
Right.
But it's going to work out fine. It's going to work out fine. And I think that they're able to look at the future more than Brittany is. And so Brittany's probably one thing, she has to keep her lies straight. So she's constantly.
She's going to get an easy payday. She's not getting nothing. She's going to be paying out. Because those legal fees, if they choose not to go after any other monetary damages in Pennsylvania, that's
legal
their
fees
personal
alone.
choice. But just the legal fees alone.
Absolutely.
Do you think Nick's going to pay them?
No. Well, another thing is when people go, oh, getting the money, anybody can have a judgment, getting the money. Oh, you'd be surprised. You can have YouTube monthly.
Hey, Rowdy. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in such a long time.
Oh, who's in the chat? I'm not looking at the.
Rowdy. I haven't seen Rowdy in a long time.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I think, but it's all going to be fine. I know people get really worried about getting it. Plus, they think of the language and stuff, and this says, but it's going to be fine. The judge knew exactly what she was doing.
Right.
And even if
response to this
was really good.
C&D was fantastic. I was like, oh my God, that's so good.
I'll tell you, people like JP and whoever these other people are that say, oh, she's got 7th grade education. First of all, they know nothing about her education.
No.
Granny is bright.
Granny is not
She's
stupid.
very bright. She's on the, I mean, Rich was like, he's listening to her. He's like, you could go to law school. Rich just thinks that law school is kind of, people get a little worked up because it's not really, if you can do law school. You'd be surprised all the people that could do law school. They don't think they could, or maybe affording it's the issue. She absolutely could do law. I'd love to see her do it and then be like, because JP in particular, God, she really, if she's not talking about Granny's privates, she's talking about how dumb she is or something. It's very weird. Again, a weird
Granny's
obsession.
far from dumb.
Oh yeah,
They see,
but then
that's
I
their
think
biggest mistake. They always,
right.
Right.
Well, I always
she's not
consider
gonna
the
do
source.
nothing. She's just,
right.
She's just a single mom. She's not doing that. She's just doing YouTube. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And the
Back at
people
you,
that say
buddy.
stuff like that are people that have had a bunch of history getting involved in this and that, and they can't shut their mouths. And so when I look at that, I go, probably not the best person to, I don't really care what those people think. Again, look at how, like, I'm hardly ever here. Then you find out they had all this shit behind the scenes, and this person's mad at this person. Oh, you're here all the time. If you're not physically here and showing yourself, oh, you're here. You're here in whatever it is, DMs or whatever it is, or emails or whatever the hell these people do. And then they wonder why they get themselves in trouble.
Me, I don't have enough time. I can't even catch up on.
Oh my God, no!
I give up trying to catch up. I miss so much stuff, but you know what? My family comes first.
Absolutely.
Do I need my YouTube, especially now? Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely. I was thrown in a rough situation, but my family, my babies will always come first, and that's why today's live got rescheduled because he was my priority.
When you take advice too, Kathy. If people said to you, hey, Kathy, I think it's going to be too much. You're here a lot, or you're getting really involved. Someone could say that to you, and you'd be like, okay, you'd look at it. It wouldn't be right away like, oh, you're out to get me. I knew you were behind the scenes. You don't like me. You're trying to take money from me. You'd be like, okay, But some people you just can't say that to. I would beg her to stay away from the drama. And finally, I'm like, forget it.
I think
this woman wants drama.
I told her, I said, do you a favor. You do not have to go live every day, twice a day, and be live all night long. You don't have to do that. That's a choice.
The algorithm. Yeah, she's so afraid. The algorithm.
But she messes herself up in the algorithm with her privating and unprivating videos. She's the one who does that.
She's doing that herself. Exactly. Because I didn't understand that worked. I'm like, that's right.
She might actually like having a night or two off and just doing family time.
Although I remember her and Craig saying one time, I think it was Craig that said, the time that we get together, the time we have to talk is when they're there, like live. So that's kind of why they talk about all their stuff, because that it's almost like we're sitting in somebody's living room or sitting in a therapy appointment with them. We're finding out about their bills. We're finding out about, like, that's weird to me.
Yeah.
I mean, you can share a little bit, but that's like it's just really weird. Yeah. I don't know. So it's like she doesn't want the intrusive stuff that the government's going to ask, but she'll say it publicly.
Mm-hmm. And does that make any sense? No, I didn't. They're digging in my real life. They're going real life on me.
They want me to not be alive. They want my family. She's even said, like, they want my family to be unalive. Oh, yeah. See, you know what? When somebody says something like that, then anything they say after that is rubbish. It's ridiculous. When you say something I understand you might say it one time and then go, okay, listen, I got a little crazy here. But she says this, she truly believes
all the time.
Maybe there's super sick people out there. I don't know, but I can tell you right now, for everybody I know around here does not want that for her at all. They may not want her to win the lottery. I'm not saying I don't know that that's the best, but I don't want horrible things to happen to her family. What in the world? But you know what? When you have that mindset and you think people literally want you not alive, you're never going to trust anybody.
If she truly has it, or if that's just all part of her shtick.
Well, it's hard I don't know
tell with that one.
But remember, they think everyone's out to get them. Governments. Other governments are out to get them.
Some weird theories.
See, but then interestingly enough, you think if that was you, you would never trust anybody again, right? But then she still puts these messages out and still says this stuff, and then somebody puts it out and it gets found out. I don't understand it. How can you be so paranoid about all these other things when really the main paranoia should probably be, and rightfully so, toward all the goofballs that you get involved with and the mods, and those mods are going to find themselves in a big mess. If I were them, I would back out now, NDA or not. I'd say goodbye. I'm out of here. Bring me to court. But whatever. That's on her. But
I got to. I got to go get my little settled.
Sure. Well, thank you, Kathy.
Thank you for coming up. I appreciate
this.
You
Is
and your husband.
Very nice. I have my robe on. I haven't washed my hair, so I'm like, okay.
So what?
Fine. But yeah, thank you, Kathy. I think that we're obviously on the same page. It's all going to play itself out. If we allow Brittany to just continue, she will screw herself over every single time. If there's a time that she can make the right decision or wrong, 50-50 chance, she will always pick the choice. I'm not kidding you. Not like once in a while. She will always pick the choice. It's almost a skill. It's almost an art to be able to screw yourself up that much. Your case. I'm almost, you know what I mean? I almost have to give her an applause because it's shocking to watch. But so who knows? I mean, just let her make her calls. But it will What's that? Yeah, she is. She's absolutely her own worst enemy. And of course, she's no help either, you know. But what a mess, you know. If anything, she makes me feel how happy and blessed I am with what I have. But you know, so well, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate it, and I'll go back and watch this afterwards.
Right.
Maybe I will. I don't like my voice.
Thank your husband for me.
I will. Yes, he's not worried. I'm not worried. I've already told him nonsense. If it goes anywhere after this, I promise it's not going to go anywhere. I will leave YouTube forever. I'm not, which wouldn't be a huge deal, but it would. I mean, you know, it's just not happening. It's not happening. She's absolutely going to be fine. But they're going to put these things, and Nick wants to be a big deal, and they're going to post stuff. Don't fall for it, you guys. Don't fall for it. You know, just
don't give them what they want.
Right. The truth will prevail. I know it doesn't always seem like it, and it feels like it's a long time to wait, and I get it. It will prevail. These people were not born yesterday. These judges see this shit all the time. Do they ever make decisions that aren't right? Sure. But this is going to be a number of judges too. This isn't like just one person. This is like a panel. These people know, and they don't love to override a district judge unless it really means, you know, you don't want to be doing that kind of stuff. Like, oh, you don't know what you're doing unless it's legit. That judge knew exactly what she was doing. Exactly. They're going to look at the stuff and go, wow, this is pretty bad. So
I agree. Well, thank you for coming up, Jill.
Yes.
Thanks,
Kathy. Sorry I didn't know how to get on or anything, but that's not my area.
Fine.
Okay.
You're welcome back anytime. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Misfits. I've got to get my kiddos tucked in bed. They're actually up 20 minutes past bedtime, and get my dog out. I don't know. I keep saying I'm going to come back on late, and I should have last night because I was up till freaking 3:30. But who knows? You might see me pop up so we can finish, because I didn't get to finish the other videos I was going to show you. But I appreciate Jill and her husband. Thank you very much. Thank you for the goals I got. I appreciate that. Please don't forget to do all that YouTube stuff. You know, the thumbs up, the like, the share, the memberships. I think Burnt Toast is live. If y'all want to head on over to Toasty. Rowdy, it's good to see you. But thank you, Misfits. I appreciate the support. I really do. It means a lot, especially with how things have been. Thank you. But you may see me later. If not, I don't know about tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, have a good night. Be the best Misfit you can be. Make Mama Misfit proud. Hey, Mountain Wanderer. Good to see you. Yeah, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. You never know. The night brings some strange things. You might see me do a pop-up. All right, guys. Bye, Misfits. Let me know what you think in the comments.